The hits from 2KN today.
Breckenridge Cowboys football is on the air. Tonight's I3G Sports Network broadcast is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Country Financial Agent Casey Formanet, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Gripper Sports Store, Hike Camp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Nodak Insurance Agent Carson Zarek, Optimum Rehab, Ottertail Power Company, OSPTI, Quality Toyota, Ready, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm Agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Superior Builders, Titan Machinery, and Twin Town Villa. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Bluffus.
And welcome to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. Turner Bluffus, and it is time, folks, for some Breckenridge Cowboys football. We are into week 3, and the Breckenridge Cowboys enter this game without suffering any losses so far. And I'm keeping my streak going, folks. I've had so much fun having a color guy on the broadcast the last couple weeks that I'm keeping it going for week 3. Another Breckenridge Cowboy football alum. We had Steven Erlinson in week 1. Connor Yegi in week 2, and we got Blake Wilcox, the first non-twin, hopping on the broadcast. How's it going, Blake?
Good to be here. Good to be back at Cowboy Field and watch some Cowboy football tonight.
Yep. Not a twin on paper. My twin, though, for sure, Blake. I very much appreciate you hopping on at the last minute. I literally asked Blake like 3 hours ago if you wanted to hop on the broadcast, so appreciate you coming on. I'm still showing him the ropes a little bit, like pulling the mic just a hair closer, Blake, and then we'll make it sound real good here. But it's looking a little different from back in our day, for sure. A clash between Breckenridge and Frazee, and things are a little different as far as the class as well. Breckenridge now is 6A team, and Frazee still in 8AA, but both teams are taking care of business here to open up the season 2-0 on the year. And what are some things that you're excited to see from the squad this year, just from some of the stuff you've seen following the team, Blake? I know that that backfield especially, you said you were getting a little deja vu when you got here.
Yeah, I said it reminds me of my junior year when we had Kappas at quarterback and Erlinson at running back, and we're going to get to see that again tonight. Excited to see it. From what I've seen so far, they've had a lot of great success, just like we did that year, and hopefully they can keep it rolling.
Yep, and then make sure to check this out on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel. Don't have a whole lot of interesting stuff for you to look at right now, but we do have a power poll brought to you by Ottertail Power Company on for conservation, and we'll go with the Section 6A Week 2 results for this power poll ranking. Breckenridge with a 21-12 victory over Parker's Prairie. Lake Park Audubon with a lopsided victory over Wadena Deer Creek 55-8. Pine River Bacchus taking care of Nevis 52-20. Good to see Pine River Bacchus getting the win column there after a couple struggling seasons the last couple of years. OTC with a 22-14 victory. They're back in 11-man this year after a short little stint in 9-man. 22-14 the final there for New York Mills. Walker Hackensack Akeley edging a 13-7 victory over Park Christian. And for 2-0 teams in the section so far, Breckenridge, LPA, and OTC so far for the Ottertail Power Company Power Poll ranking. Once again, on for conservation. And now on to our State Farm Stat Report, brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. And so far on the year, Breckenridge with a couple victories, and their latest one being a 21-12 victory over Parker's Prairie. Getting a little bit of revenge after falling to them in the playoffs last year. Breckenridge got a touchdown right before the half to be able to, I think they actually led at the half, but maybe it was actually 7-6, apologies. But anyways, it was 7-6 they won, or were in the lead at the half. But Breckenridge took care of business in the second half, had 153 yards on the ground. Riley Kappas really shining through the air. His best passing game as a Cowboy so far, including one really nice shot to Cooper Roberts. We'll talk about that more later. 11 for 14 on the night, 131 yards, 12 yards completion. He also ran for 3 touchdowns, all 3 of the scores. He's got 6 on the year already, folks. 16 carries for 58 yards. David Erlinson not having too shabby a performance himself. 16 carries for 86 yards, 5.3 yards per carry. 6 tackles as well, and was 3 for 3 on PATs. There you go. There's my confirmation I needed right there. Cooper Roberts, 5 grabs for 84 yards, and that one really nice one on that deep ball on the right side. Levi Christensen, a couple receptions for 27 yards and 4 tackles on defense. Henry Slidell had 4 tackles of his own, and one of them being a massive 2-point conversion stop as well. Connor Ernst had 4 stops, and then Gabe Armitage got a really big 4th down stop. You probably got to see that on our plays of the week. If you didn't see that, brought to you by Nodak Insurance Agent Carson Zark. Appreciate those as well. Those come out on Wednesday if you didn't know. But back to our pregame show here. And I think we'll dive into our injury report really quick here, brought to you by CHI St. Francis. And Breckenridge has one player that's a little banged up coming into this game, Levi Christensen. But other than that, relatively full strength. I don't know if there's anybody in street clothes that I've seen so far here. But Levi Christensen, once again, a little hobbled with that knee, so we'll see if he's limited today. I know that they're maybe looking to get him some rest on defense, so then he can kind of get some more run on offense. Granted, Connor Ernst can kind of slide in and help out at tight end if needed to. But that is looking at your injury report, once again, brought to you by CHI St. Francis. Turner Blavas along with Blake Wilcox. We got the Red River Green pregame show chugging along, and we'll be right back after this quick break. You're listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM.
Is insurance just a monthly payment to you? If so, remember why it's really there. To protect the life you love. Choose a company that sees you more than a policy number. When you work with a Country Financial rep, you get more out of your insurance. More personalized home and car coverage to protect what matters most to you. More guidance without all the industry jargon. And more confidence that a real person will show up if something goes wrong. I'm Casey Formnak, your country rep here in the Wahpeton area. I care about people in this community, and I'll take the time to get to know you so I can help protect you and your family. Call me at 701-353-6071 to experience more. Again, that's 701-353-6071.
Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
A remodel, addition, or new construction resembles a puzzle. You look at the edges, the colors, and what you envision as a finished work of art. Showplace Cabinetry, available at Dakota Cabinetry, can help you worry about one last piece of the puzzle. Do you have a picture in mind? Dakota Cabinetry can make your next project complete by offering countertops, custom tile backsplashes, custom tile showers, and flooring too. Stop by our showroom located at 898 8th Avenue South in Wahpeton, or call 642-2100 to check out Showplace Cabinetry.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Fall is here, and Gripper Sports Store has you covered. Check out their brand new fall sports apparel and gear up for the season. And it's not just sports. Grippers also offers professional inscription work for your business attire. Look sharp on the field and in the office with Gripper Sports Store.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. Turner Blavas, and doing my darndest to try to work out the audio issues here. Apologies, folks, if I'm sounding like your uncle at Thanksgiving, but my apologies. We're going to have to continue with the Red River Grain pregame show by going back to your injury report, brought to you by CHI St. Francis. My apologies. Forgot about Jackson Herrig, who who was a massive injury for them last week, who actually was stuffing runs left and right at his defensive tackle position. And definitely a big presence that they lost. Was off to a heck of a start last week, but we're just going to be without him this week. He is walking on it, so that's an encouraging sign. Apologies, I didn't get the specifics on the injury report, but I think I was told that Levi was the only addition to it, so I think they just forgot to tell me that Jackson was still hurt from last week. So apologies on that one. As we revisit the CHI St. Francis injury report once again, and on to our keys to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wapton. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors in Wapton. I'm going to go through the offense and the defense for you, as I just realized I didn't really have you pick one out, Blake, so I'm not going to put you on the spot there. But, a lot of guys were talking before this. This will apply to both sides of the ball, so we can kill two birds with one stone. But winning up front, and also, just the endurance, because we got a lot of guys going both ways. I think 9 of the 11 Frazee starters I had heard were going both ways, so Breckenridge is going to have to kind of lean on their depth a little bit here. I know you hear the smaller class sizes and stuff, so it's probably a little surprising to you that Breckenridge has got some good depth. But that's kind of like on a year-to-year basis. Some years they will, and this happens to be one of those years where the depth seems to work out, and we'll see what guys are going to have to be called to, maybe have to step up in a bigger role. But once again, for the injury report, Jackson Herrig is out today, and Levi Christensen is a game-time decision. It looks like he's ready to go. One of the captains on the squad. If you can see them warming up, he's a captain, as is Riley Kappas, David Erlinson as well, and then we got Henry Slededal, of course. So four outstanding leaders on this squad. So now for your Gripper Sport Grip Fit Check. I know this is something we kind of originally had that we wanted to incorporate into the beginning of the game, but I was like, you know what, let's just make this part of the pregame show. We got enough stuff going on here, but I'm a big fan of the black and green, kind of classic look. I'm sure this is familiar to your eyes as well, Blake. Since we were part of the black pants generation for a while. They also got the black pants, or the black helmets. And how do you think the color scheme's kind of working today? And do you like that there's a little more white than there used to be in the jerseys?
Yeah, I do. I really like the helmets, the matte black sharp, the stripes down the middle. I think it goes with those black pants. They're looking good today.
Yeah, for sure. And I was having a tantrum on the air last week about how Coach Yagi is allowing visors and armbands and whatnot, and I am 100% all for it. You're just hearing jealousy in my voice every time I complain about it, so that's on me. But that's our Gripper Sport Grip Fit Check once again. Very much appreciate Coach Garce, getting these guys styling right, because it's always fun to see how they kind of mix up the combos too, because they're going to go with the white helmets later on in the year too, maybe when it starts to get a little snowy out there. But so big fan of it, and we'll have our starting lineups as part of your Red River Grain pregame show once again after this quick break. You're listening to Breckenridge Cowboys football. They're about to take on Frazee, a battle of 2-0 teams, and you're listening on B92.7 and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wapton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Everybody likes discounts, and really, who doesn't want to save money, especially on their auto insurance? Hi, I'm Carson Zard, a Nodak Insurance Company agent in Wapton, North Dakota. Talk to me about how we can save you money by taking advantage of our multi-vehicle, multi-line, EFT, safe driver, and good student discounts. Call 701-642-9251 for your quote. I'm Carson Zard, your agent with answers. I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call for a quote today.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what Quality Recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving local farmers since 1986, and it is time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. And we'll run through the Breckenridge Cowboys starters. Apologies for the audio kind of going over each other. Apologies. Landon Schillinger starting at a tackle. He's wearing number 59, 5'11", 210 is what he's listed at. Tegan Abel right next to him at a guard. He's listed at 6'1", 210 and wears number 54. Henry Sleddahl, another 200-plus, 5'10", 205 is what he's listed at, number 50 in the middle. Then we got Tucker Snyder, 71 right next to him, 6'1", 185 in the lone non-senior. Sullivan Michael, 6'3", 205 is what he's listed at. 53 is his number, and he's a senior on the O-line again, 4 of them as we said. And senior tight end, 2, Levi Christensen, 6'3", 205. This captain is. He wears number 5. And once again, number 0, Cooper Roberts. Wide receivers listed at 6'5", 195. Charlie Crayjaw in the slot, 5'9", 165. He wears number 18, the senior does. Gabe Armitage, senior running back, kind of the wing back, 5'10", 175 is what the senior's listed at. David Erlinson, standout senior running back, 5'10", 205 as well. Where's number 21? Can you believe David's 205? Oh, my Lord. That's more than I weighed my senior year.
Right.
And I was in the trenches. We got Riley Kappas, 6'1", 180. He wears number 1, the junior quarterback. And then on the defensive side of the ball, senior Lawson Oliphant, 6'3", 170-pound safety. And then we also have Aiden Sanchez, 6'3", 175-pound corner. Gabe Armitage, also in the secondary. I believe Lawson and Aiden are the corners, my apologies. And then Gabe Armitage is the safety. Connor Ernst, the number 13 is 6'1", 185 at linebacker. Avery Smith, a backer as well, making his second start in a row. Along with Erlinson and Roberts in that linebacking core. And the D-line consists of Levi Christensen, Henry Sleddahl, Tucker Snyder, and my guy Kai McDonald, number 51, 6'1", 185. Then the kicker is Charlie Eggeman, 5'10", 155-pound sophomore, wearing number 33. Missed him last week as he was off. He had a soccer game in Fergus with Hillcrest as he co-ops. He does 2 sports in the fall. Cooper Roberts is going to be doing the punting duties. Keaton Butts handling the snapping, the 6', 240-pound sophomore. And then Kappas, the holder. Oliphant and Crayjaw returning the kicks and punts. And that was the starting lineups. Once again, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. And we'll take a very quick break and then actually come back with your pregame interview. Robert Wanek actually took care of this for us. Very much appreciate that. During the Giant Sports Show, talked with Coach Yegi about this week's matchup. We'll be right back with that pregame interview.
Fall is here, and Gripper Sports Store has you covered. Check out their brand new fall sports apparel and gear up for the season. And it's not just sports. Grippers also offers professional inscription work for your business attire. Look sharp on the field and in the office with Gripper Sports Store.
In-house, we have Carson Yegi, head coach of the Breckenridge Cowboys. A massive win for Breck last night, a 21-12 win against Parker's Prairie, avenging a 22-12, I believe, loss last year at home in the playoffs. 2 teams that are heavily considered contenders in the section. Huge win. I know you'll probably pump the brakes on me as the head coach saying, it's a week 2 regular season win, but how big is it for the kids going forward?
Yeah, you know what? I feel like it was, hey, we beat them last year in the regular season. They came back and beat us in the playoffs. It was just like an early on moment of, hey, guys, you have what it takes to be a really good team. Now we got to take this to the next level and keep building on it and building on it. And we got a really tough opponent next week coming in Frazee, so we can't have any sort of, a setback or a lull or kind of take a step back at practice this week because we know Frazee is going to be just as good and give us just as much of a game.
Punched it in before half to tie it up there. What did you have to make adjustments on offense? What were the challenges and how did you guys overcome that slow start to put 20-plus on the board?
Yeah, we came out right away and we were really moving the ball. The first possession, hey, we get all the way down to the 3-yard line, 2-yard line before we get stalled out. And the way they structure their defense is they're going to send the house. I mean, they're going to send blitzes from all over. They're going to show our kids different fronts up front. And, we're very, very fortunate this year to have a very experienced offensive line. Levi Christensen, the tight ends, played a ton of football. Gabe Armitage played a ton of football. Landon Schillinger, he's a senior. He was hurt last year, but he's seen a ton of football, and he's a super smart kid. Tegan Abel, been starting since a sophomore. Henry Sleddahl, been starting since a sophomore. Tucker Snyder played a lot of football games for us last year, and now has taken it to another level. And then Sullivan Michael, or Mitchell against Michael, starting at our opposite tackle. He's kind of like his first year playing football still, but I mean, he's picked it up as quick as anyone could ever pick it up. Super smart kid. I mean, they threw something at us we weren't expecting, and they all made adjustments. They all did a great job, and that was kind of the big tipping points when we get to the offense. Or get to halftime, make some adjustments. Hey guys, we're gonna hit this play a little bit more inside, this play a little bit more outside with what they're doing. But I mean, the offensive line handled the majority of it. It makes it so much easier on a coach when you can trust the kids up there.
So Riley Kappas, your QB, I believe he's got, 6 rushing touchdowns through 2 games. So he's doing a lot of damage, and that's a big number. He's doing a lot of damage with his legs. And I know we talked about the offensive line. We're always going to hang our hat on the Hogs. But what does Riley do that makes him so effective? The early returns, he's as good of a running QB as we've seen.
Riley's just one of those kids to where shows up every day and competes, whether that's in the weight room, on the wrestling mat, baseball field, and then to the football field. Now he is just a competitor, and he very hard on himself to a little bit of a negative point at times. But he's a kid who he wants to be perfect with everything he does. And I mean, he shows up to the weight room. Him and all 3 of his brothers all show up every morning at 6:37, whatever we're going, and he gets after it in there. I mean, he's right next to David, putting up heavy numbers on the squat rack with Henry Sled and all too. I mean, every year it was like, okay, Riley, hey, you got to go lift with these kids over here more and more. And I mean, looks at me, hey, coach, what do I do? That was really easy. Well, put another 20 pounds on. Let's see if we can get after it. Coach, that was easy. Love it. Let's keep going. Let's keep getting after it. And I mean, he was, hardest worker on the team. He was right up there with the rest of them. I mean, the kids saw that. They elected him a captain because of it. And it was just fun to see him go out and play football, play confident. He had a couple plays week 1 were really good. He had a couple plays where, hey, we can improve on him. And to see the difference he made from week 1 to week 2 in running the football and throwing the football with his decision making, it was just awesome to see. So proud of him for that.
The defense, a little bit misleading, 34 points allowed at Benson. A lot of that coming because you pulled the starters after a big 35-6 first quarter lead. Well, last night we got to see the defense play pretty much the entire game, the first stringers, and they held Parker's Prairie to 12 points, a team that won a game at the state tournament last year. Who have been some of the risers on the defense? I know we talked about Henry Sledadall just being an all-around animal this year. One of those guys who he's big and strong, but he's not big and bulky, and he's got a lot of quickness, and that's what's popped off to me.
Henry has unbelievable motor. I mean, we've seen it. He's given so many teams fits. I give Parker's a lot of credit. They kind of used that against Henry last night a little bit, but then hey, they're trying to neutralize Henry, get him to play slower. They're gonna, not block him, have him tackle the fullbacks. He's just gonna go. We don't want Henry to sit and think. We want him to go. Okay, guys, if they're gonna do this, hey, who's got to step up and be the next man or when they're running option? And Connor Ernst was phenomenal last night. He really stepped up from last year to this year and has taken a hold of kind of a starting spot on the defensive side of linebacker. He ended up with 4 tackles last night. David was another guy who was unbelievable at inside backer. Both those two kind of led the defense with 4 and 6 tackles, and they were just flying to the football with everything. I mean, Parker's a very physical football team. They're going to line up and they're going to play 3 yards at 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And our kids answered that. Our kids responded. There was never a point in time where I thought we were getting worn down. I mean, from the defensive line-wise, with Kai McDonald flying off the edge, Levi Christensen, who is just really quick, really understands the game of football, flies around, very similar to Henry Sledadall in that way. Jackson Herrick, who went down with injury last night, hope he's going to be okay. And then Tucker Snyder coming in too when Big Red got a little banged up. I mean, all 4 of them did such a good job of getting hands on, playing through their offense alignment. So then our linebackers and David, Cooper, Teagan, Connor, they can come in and just fly around and make sure they're going straight to the football. They're not having to avoid blocks. They can go.
As the season goes on, do you see David being kind of more of a feature back this season, maybe some 20-plus carry games? Or are we going to see some of these guys continue mixing in? Lawson Oliphant, a very fast player when he gets into the second level.
No, we got to make sure we keep everyone involved. We're very, very fortunate to have how good Riley is running the football, to have him and all of a sudden, so now we can take Riley. Hey, let's get some carries off of David and give it to Riley. Let's get some carries off of David and get Lawson the football. Let's get Joey the football a little bit here. So now when we get to the fourth quarter and, hey, it's single leg football, there's not a lot of depth from many teams, and we're very fortunate to have, 3-4 kids who we probably should have 10 carries to 15 carries a night. I mean, so now using that, hey, let's keep kids fresh. Let's keep David's legs fresh. It's not just about, being fresh in the fourth quarter tonight. We got to make sure that once we're coming close to playoff time, hey, our kids they're still ready to go. You know what? They're not feeling the drag and how hard a football season it is on them, especially those last couple of games of the season. When you got to play Friday night, you got to play Wednesday night right after that. Then playoffs start Tuesday, and if you're lucky enough to win your first playoff game, you play Saturday, and you have 4 games in 2 weeks in all reality, and that's really, really hard on a kid. So we just got to make sure that we're keeping kids fresh, we're keeping kids rotating in and out too, because all of them do something a little bit different that they do it really well. Joey's a really, really good athlete in open space. Lawson's one of the most unique runners, I think, in Minnesota football. Is just the way he kind of leans in and out of defenses. Riley's almost kind of the fullback of our offense, to where it's, hey, we're catching the ball, we're going straight ahead, coming right at you. And I mean, then David's David. He's just a dude.
It's another big game for you, Carson. You get one of the, top teams, a top 25 team in Class 2A, so you're going up a level. A team you're very familiar with in the Heart of Lakes over the years, Frazee. They're off to a good 2-0 start to the season. What do you know about them, and what can you tell the viewers in what the MO is for the Cowboys to have a good night against the Hornets?
Yeah, no, they're a very experienced team. They're very similar to us, and Neely graduated, 3, 4, 5 seniors from the year before. They got a really, really good size up front. They're physical off the football. I mean, their MO is we're going to line up and we're going to play physical football and run it right at you. You better be ready, and that's kind of the way we play too. So I mean, it'll just be a good test for us to see, hey, how physical are we? Can we keep up with their athletes out wide? And it's just fun playing really good football teams. It just brings a different atmosphere to it. The kids get up a little bit more. They know that they're going to be good, and they know we got to have a great week of practice for us to have a chance on Friday.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
OSPTI promotes specialized and extended training of therapists to better treat orthopedic injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early return to activity and sport training, and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI today, 218-641-7725.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
And welcome back as we wrap up the Red River Grain pregame show. Once again, serving local farmers since 1986. Sorry, it disappeared on you guys for a little bit there, folks. But Turner Bluff is back with Blake Wilcox, and we are getting ready for Breckenridge Frazee football. A lot of green out there. I'm a big fan, and it is a beautiful night here at Cowboy Field. Happy to be back, Blake? We haven't scared you off yet, have we?
No. Happy to be back. Perfect night for football. 76 degrees here at kickoff.
It's gorgeous. I'm not going to complain at all. Breckenridge won the toss, elected to defer. We're going to see Jackson Riggs handle the kicking duties. And last week, Riggs actually recovered his own kick. Oh, my apologies. They got Charlie Eggman out there doing the kicking duties. Or as we've been calling him, Charlie Legaman. Shout out to Luke Mays once again. That's the last shout out for you're getting, Luke. From now on, it's just Charlie Legaman. We know it. But we're going to see what he's got after being kept out of the game last week because he had his soccer commitments, of course. Booting it off. Frazee's got two deep. Frazee rocking their white tops, green pants. And Breckenridge booting it away, kicking it deep inside the 10. And Frazee is going to make a decent return. Nice tackle there by Avery Smith.
Yeah, great kick to start the game. Caught it about the 5. Coverage was really good there, and we're able to get to him right away.
I should have known it was going to be Eggman again, considering he was dropping everything back to the 5 in week 1. But I thought Riggs stole the show last week, so I thought he was going to still be handling the kicking duties. But
yeah, the returner definitely wasn't expecting it to go that deep. Had to back up for it. Great kick.
Looks like they're going to start this drive just past the 20, so good job by the Breckenridge kick cover team. Once again, Avery Smith making that first tackle of the game. And second time this year, Breckenridge has had to see the power T offense. A trio of running backs all lined up behind the QB, side to side. And they'll start with an off-tackle handoff, and Breckenridge ready for that one. Gabe Armitage, one of the tacklers.
Yeah, great job there, just plugging up the middle. I mean, they want to start with dives, see what they can get. That's what this offense is based off of, and good start for the Breckenridge D-line.
That was Ryerson just getting a couple yards on that one. That was Benjamin Ryerson, and we got a lot of tricky names here this week, so bear with us, folks. I've never seen so many heavy German names in my life. We got Schimmerhorn. What else we got? Sonnenberg. What was it? A lot of box, a lot of stuff that ends with that. So we'll get through it together, folks. 2nd and 8. Frazee operating on their own 22. They'll go off tackle once again to the other side this time. And going to get a nice gain out of it, but it's going to be shy of the first. That was Mason Mickelson on the tote. It looks like he's going to be a long yard shy. So 7-yard burst. Breckenridge is going to have to stack up this physical Frazee rushing attack here. Look to the D-line to try to set the tone here, especially Henry Sledadall on the interior. Just a game wrecker from his nose guard spot. And Frazee breaks the huddle. Breck defense got to be making sure to watch the ball as well. I still hear Coach Herter's voice every now and then. Watch the ball, watch the ball. As we got a handoff on the right side and a nice gain for the first down and then some.
It's all about doing your job against this team. Stay in your gap. That's what Coach Herter always preached to us back in the day, was just make sure that you're doing your job, because this team likes to get people moving in one direction and then coming back the other way as soon as they know that you're not doing your job.
And I always struggle trying to keep up with who's got the ball on this one, but I'm going to go with Mason Mickelson on that one for a 12-yard gain. So a couple, 2 carries for 19 yards off the bat for the junior running back.
Cowboys should have some familiarity against this type of offense. I believe they saw it week 1 as well.
Yep. Against that Benson offense. And the starting defense didn't give up any points, but the kickoff team gave up a score, and then the backups gave up a few TDs as well. And that one's going to go up the middle. They actually, I got caught watching the guy who was the one streaking out to the side. I always fall for at least one of those on the first drive. I see a power T offense, so.
Yeah, it's easy to do. They want to get everybody looking one way and go another way. That was just a dive right there and got about 4 or 5 yards on it.
Apologies, didn't see the ball carrier number. See if we can try to track that down. I can't give up on stats after the first drive, folks. That was Creighton Wake just came out of the game. I don't know if that was him. But either way, we got, after the 4-yard gain, we got 2nd and 6 with 8:57 left to go in this opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And off-tackle handoff to the right side again, and Breckenridge taking care of that.
Great tackle for loss there. Just huge to keep this offense a little off of schedule. They want positive plays every time, short, sweet, get down the field. Just to be able to push them into third and a little bit longer is huge for this defense.
I want to say that was Connor Ernst, but I'm not 100% sure. It might have just been him getting there right after. But either way, a TFL for the Cowboys sets up 3rd and 7, and I was told Frazee's got a pretty good passer as well. So, you know, some folks, I'm getting some mixed messages here. I'm hearing they're pretty run heavy. Get them into passing downs, we should be okay. And then I'm also hearing, oh well, don't overlook the passing game. So we'll see what we get here if we do see our first pass from the Frazee offense.
Yeah, you just can't get lulled to sleep by all those short runs up the middle because that's when they'll go over the top.
And this time around, they'll do a little misdirection handoff, and not fool Breckenridge is. What a stick!
Looked like they ran a little counter there, and Breckenridge was ready for it.
I think that was David Erlinson, or my apologies, that was Levi Christensen. I was originally going to say it was Levi, but I didn't think that he'd be able to kind of get position like that from the D-line, but proved me wrong. Nice stick there. Bringing out the punt return team. And a lot of late subs. Looks like they're going to be able to get out of there in time. And got a lot more personnel for the punt return team than we've seen in past years. I'm all right with it. Get some other guys some reps and have them try to be stars in their roles. And we'll see what Frazee has as their first drive comes to an end almost. Looks like they're going to have to take a timeout.
Yep.
This timeout is brought to you by Highcam Construction. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We've got a 0-0 score. You're listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Are you tired of fixing the same problems? Here at Reddy, we offer performance seating solutions that last. Whether it's new parts for your drill or a complete rebuild of your air seeder, we can help. We resolve your challenges through in-house engineering, manufacturing, and sourcing of the highest quality North American-made products. We are ready to bring our passion and expertise directly to your farm to solve all your equipment challenges. Reach out to us at 701-205-1485 and schedule your free inspection today.
And welcome back as we wrap up the Highcam Construction timeout with a short punt. So Breckenridge will get some solid field position here. Started off just a little past their own 30.
Yeah, only about a 20-yard punt there, setting them up in a real good field position after the stop. Let's see what the offense can do.
I don't know if that went off the foot how it was supposed to, but the first Frazee possession ends with a punt. And Breckenridge, it's the first time we'll get to see this Cowboy offense of the day, and Riley Kappas has been capping off a lot of these drives, no pun intended. He's got 3 TDs in each of the first 2 games, and it's a lot of guys making plays, but he's kind of the one who's been the one who's kind of broken away from the pack so far this year, but expect a big night from David Erlinson potentially. He'll get a tote right here off the bat, and after slashing by one guy, he'll be able to navigate his way to a gain of about 4 or 5. Just being a patient runner on that one.
Yeah, nice positive play for the Cowboys to start out on offense here. That's all you can ask for. First down, run like that, stay ahead of the sticks. Let's see what they do on second down.
Looks like they're going to give him 6 or 7 actually on the play. So David Erlinson getting a nice First rush out of the gun. And it'll be Riley Kappas with David Erlinson to his left. As Breckenridge does, they have a tight end and a wing to one side and a pair of receivers to the other. This time they'll do a handoff, jet sweep to Gabe Armitage, who's going to get the first down and then a few more. Gabe Armitage not always getting the most touches, but he's a guy who comes up big when they kind of need a solid gain.
Yeah, they did a good job sealing the end there, letting him get past the defender, and good gain for a first down.
Looks like 6 yards for Gabe Armitage.
46-yard line.
So a couple nice rushes there for Breckenridge, and the offensive line doing what they need to do, firing off the ball to start this off. Love that senior experience, but going up against a Frazee line that also has a lot of experience. And Kappas with Erlinson to his right. Kappas going to be slinging it off the bat, and just like they went with last week, go to that hitch route to Cooper Roberts for a few yards. Last week, Roberts was able to kind of peel off of Craychaw and get a little block on the edge to get a nice gain there, but Frazee must have saw that on tape to be able to close in on that.
Yeah, nice little quick hitter there. Just an easy pitch and catch, almost an extension of the run game there to get a few yards. Keep them on track.
Cooper Roberts with his first grab of the day. Number 0, the best number 0 in school history. The only one. I mean, that's not that important of a detail, but my favorite 0 by far. And he is split out to the right, and Craychaw to the left. Surprisingly, they don't have him in a twins look. And also the wingback and the tight end are also on opposite sides. They'll do a wing counter here with Gabe Armitage, and Armitage is going to be able to get the first down. Looks like a gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, just a good job. They did a little motion there before the snap, and it looked like they had numbers on the side after they motioned and were able to just get the ball to him in space, and he took care of the rest.
Looks like a gain of, call it about 6 on the play again. So Gabe
nice
Armitage
to have a
get a couple nice
two-headed
toes.
monster, like that. I should say 3, 4-headed monster. Keep these guys fresh,
Yep.
especially when it's a little hotter like this out. I mean, early in the season, can really wear on a defense. Let's see if they can keep it going.
I'm excited for you to see Lawson run the ball, man. Lawson Oliphant, very fun change of pace back for this squad. I'm hoping that he gets some action here on the second drive. And, well, actually, he'll get the action right here. He gets out of a tackler and then tries cutting over to the left side, right on cue, my guy.
He did a great job of just getting back to the line of scrimmage when things weren't there. Oh, looks like they did mark him back a couple yards. I thought he had fallen forward closer to the line of scrimmage.
That was the announcer's jinx right there. That's my bad, Lawson. But he'll come out of the game. David Erlinson heading back in, and also out there, I think it's all the main starters. Craychaw and Roberts as well at receiver.
Ooh, they do not
David
have
Erlinson.
anyone lined up. Oh, they're the corners running late. They didn't have anyone down at the bottom.
See if the Cowboys can get it going here with 2nd and 12. And after faking the handoff, they go to Levi Christensen. Christensen moving the sticks. Little hobbled with that knee, but he's not worried about it.
What a nice gain there. Little pitch and catch over the middle. Looked like he found a soft spot. It looked like they were playing a zone there and just able to find him in that curl flat area and move the chains. Huge for this drive after falling to 2nd and long to stay ahead of the chains and get a first down.
Levi Christensen with the 16-yard pickup, and we got a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him. This timeout is brought to you by Highcam Construction. We got a 0-0 score with 3:28 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
And welcome back to Cowboy Field, where Breckenridge is coming out of the high camp construction timeout with a Riley Kappas rush for a solid gain. And I'm loving the play calling that we're seeing here from this first one. A lot of attacking different parts of the Frazee defense. And right here, Riley Kappas is going to pick up 5 yards.
Yeah, it looked like everyone was kind of expecting the ball to go to David Erlinson there, and Kappas just kept it and had a nice seam to get a nice gain on first down.
They went with David Erlinson on the first play, and since then they've gone to, I think, 5 or 6 straight plays without giving it to him. So expect him to maybe tote it here, unless they're going to try to lead up with him as a blocker again. We saw how effective he was doing that last week. Gabe Armitage get another tote with a jet sweep on the left side. They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And putting the shoulder down and then picking up the first. Looking a little like his brother Paul with that physical running, but making a name for himself in his own way. Said Paul never ran a jet sweep like this, baby. See how many they give him. I don't know if Gabe's going to hit his season high in carries on the first drive. Love it. 3 already.
Yeah, they've gone to that play a couple times now on this drive, and it's worked both times. It's like if it's working, go back to it.
Yeah, it looks like a gain of 17 into the red zone. So Breckenridge, 17 yards from pay dirt. Going to go with David Erlinson up the middle. Erlinson putting that shoulder down, and that is how you keep those legs pumping. And just shoots down to the field like a missile. Give him about 5 yards.
Really getting everybody involved this first drive, and that's what you love to see.
Breckenridge had that 2-yard loss on the Lawson Oliphant carry, but with the exception of that, they're getting 5 or more on pretty much every play. Had that 3-yard hookup with Roberts as another outlier, but Breckenridge's offense moving along very nicely in this red zone trip. They got 12 yards to hit pay dirt. 2nd and 5. Faking the handoff. Riley Kappas throwing off the back foot to Cooper Roberts, who's going to walk into the end zone for 6.
Just a great cut by Roberts there after he caught that to shake the defender. And then, yeah, like you said, walked in there. What a great drive to start the game for the Cowboys. Couldn't have asked for anything more than that.
Riley Kappas completing all 3 of his throws on that. And with 1:57 left to go, Breckenridge strikes. And handling the PAT duties, Charlie Legeman back in action. And showing you what he does. He's still perfect on the year on PATs. We got a 7-0 score. You are listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live part of the i3G Sports Network.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
Cooper Roberts gets Breckenridge on the board with 1:57 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this opening quarter. And what a first drive from the Cowboys. Riley Kappas, perfect 3 of 3 on the passing. The run game was making sure nobody got touched till they were about 5 yards past the line. What did you see from them on the drive that you liked, Blake?
You know, that looked like one of those, they talk a lot in the NFL about having a scripted first drive. Almost looked like that. They marched right down there with the exception of one negative play. Didn't let it kill the drive. Stayed in an advantageous position on offense, and it paid off.
And booting it away, it's going to be Charlie Eggeman once again. Booting that one deep as he likes to do. Frazee going to try to take it out. And Lawson Oliphant coming out to help out on the tackle. I'm glad they still, you know, when guys kind of end up in bigger roles, like starting on defense and then doing a bunch of stuff on offense, you worry that they're not going to be on the special teams anymore, and you kind of get sad you're going to lose your favorite kickoff guys, but I'm so happy Lawson Oliphant's still on the kickoff team.
Yeah, that was another great boot. Put it at the 5, and they're going to have advantageous field position here again because of it.
1:51 left in this opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Frazee had to punt it away on their first drive. And now this time around, we'll see what they can do against this Breckenridge defense. That front with Kai McDonald, Henry Sledadall, as well as Tucker Snyder. And now they're joined by Jackson Riggs getting some run. Maybe spelling Levi Christensen on the D-line. We'll see what he's got against this power T running back set, and not a bad start.
Yeah, great push by the defensive line there to limit them to little or no gain on that one.
Henry sled it all. We call his name all the time for a reason. More than most D linemen. Can't really get too involved when you're a D lineman, but don't tell him that.
Yeah, he just did a good job of beating his man and then just finding the ball.
And brings up 2nd and 10. And Breckenridge's defense, like we had said, this is an offense they've already seen this year, so they have that experience going for them, but definitely kind of miss Jackson Harrigan a week like this.
Especially against a team like this. They want 3 or 4 a pop, just run it down your throat, make you stop it.
We'll see if they're going to see our first throw of the evening from Frazee. Instead, we got a naked bootleg from the QB, and David Erlinson cleans that up real quick.
Yeah, that was a huge tackle to put him at 3rd and long now. I couldn't tell if it was a rollout or just a designed quarterback run because nothing got developed by the time that David got to him there.
I got a lot of fun nuggets from just playing with the Erlinsons and then also watching them for the 4 of them. And I'm happy to say David is the only one that gets to actually be a full-time linebacker. Like, I don't know if Steve gets jealous. I always felt like Steve always wanted to be a linebacker. But Greg got a little time there, when he wasn't needed in the D-line. And then Daniel was usually in the trenches too. But his time at linebacker, he was always good, it seemed like. But unless I'm imagining that. I swear Daniel was playing linebacker unless that was like at a random camp or something. And we got our first pass attempt of the day, and looks like Frazee is going to get a big gain out of that. They got one man to beat. Charlie Craychaw is going to have to try to make the play on the screen, and he's got him. He's able to keep the points off the board, but Frazee is able to flip the field.
Yeah, just a nice hustle play there to save a touchdown. That was just well set up. I think everybody thought the ball was going left, and then all of a sudden you have a guy trickle out to the right, and there was a lot of guys in front of him to block.
We're going to have to give Craychaw a breather after that one. Say it makes sense if you're tired after that one, buddy. Come over and get some water. Actually, that's the end of the quarter. Apologies. Thought he was getting a breather. But after one quarter of play, we got a 7-0 score on to quarter 2. You're listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Superior Builders is a proud sponsor of tonight's Breckenridge baseball game. Brian Bernades and his team of building pros are ready to meet your needs. Superior Builders of Wapton has served farmers, ranchers, commercial businesses, and home builders throughout North Dakota since 2005. With a focus on providing economical, durable, and aesthetically pleasing pole buildings, Superior Builders has built a reputation for quality work and satisfied clients. Contact Superior Builders today to get started on your dream building by calling 701-238-7740.
Mom and Dad's favorite season is autumn. Crisp air, changing leaves, and a cozy life at Twin Town Villa.
That's for sure. Since they moved into Twin Town Villa, the change has been amazing.
Yeah, they're so relaxed and comfortable now.
And we've got the peace of mind, knowing that they're surrounded by kindness and security.
That's a great warm feeling as the weather gets cooler.
When the decision moves towards assisted living, fall into caring comfort.
It's not an easy decision, but at Twin Town Villa, it's the best decision all around. No matter what the season, you're never alone at Twin Town Villa.
And welcome back. It is time for quarter number 2. Breckenridge Cowboys lead 7-0, but Frazee has entered the red E red zone. And the Cowboys had them in a 3rd and long and ended up letting a running back kind of sneak out of the backfield for a screen, and ended up being a 50-yard completion. And now Frazee needs 15 more yards to get into the end zone.
Yeah, we'll see here. You talk about bend, don't break on defense here. You give up a big play. You're in the red zone now. How do you respond?
Frazee, after the 50-yard pass completion, looking to tie this game up, potentially even take the lead if they go for 2 if they were to score. And they're going to go with a fullback trap handoff up the middle, and that is going to be close to the 5, it looks like. Dawson Lyman on the tote. They're going to mark him just shy of the 5, it looks like, so gain a 7 on the play. Nice carry there, and Frazee once again getting a lot of momentum from that big passing hookup. Breckenridge would love to kind of send that right back to them here, but not set up for success right now. Backed up with Frazee just needing 8 yards to score, 3 yards for the first down. Hornets come out in the power T look. One receiver to the left. And they'll go with the fullback once again. Lyman with the toad, and looks like it's going to be pretty much right at the 5, so. Oh, 3rd and 1. I don't become very reliable when we get to this part when I'm trying to figure out where the spot is.
Yeah, 3rd and short here. This is a big play.
Yep.
They can get a first down here and set up 1st and goal. I'm sure the Cowboys are looking to get a push early and push them back. I mean, you're thinking that they're going up the middle again too, but this is where they can lull you to sleep in 2-down territory.
We'll see if they're going to be calling on one of these running backs. They're going to go off tackle on the right side, and that is going to move the chains. Levi Christensen making the stop. Cooper Roberts maybe applied a hit on the way.
Yeah, just enough there. Got up by about a yard, it looks like, bringing up 1st and goal. It'll be interesting to see here. Everything condenses down in the red zone, and especially the goal line. This is just going to be mano-y-mano. Who gets a better push is probably going to determine this the outcome of this drive right now.
Breckenridge backed up. Now, apologies, Frazee knocking on the door of the end zone. 4 yards to Pater in the red E red zone. 3 running backs. Tight end to the right. Receiver out left. Hornets going to go off tackle. Riley Kappas, one of the players, making the stop. Just a whole mob of Cowboys there. Tegan Abel, one of them helping out.
Yeah, they just tried to run to the weak side there, and the Cowboys were ready for it. Might have got a little bit, but anything out of the end zone at this point, you consider a win on something this close.
Sets up 2nd and goal from the 3. Riley Kappas coming out of the ball game, trying to keep that defense fresh. Maybe make it a little personnel change. Saying let's get another D lineman in there. I think Tegan Abel might be trying to come up and help out here from his linebacker spot. Creeping up along with Connor Ernst. And they're going to go fake the handoff, roll out to the left, looking for an open man in the flats, and it goes through the hands. That's a tough break for Frazee.
If he would have caught it there. It was a little bit of a tough ball over his head, but catchable nonetheless.
Senior fullback Dawson Lineman.
Well-designed play there. They just couldn't connect. Cowboys dodged a bullet on that one, and they got life again on 3rd down here.
Apologies if that went out of the frame, folks. Where we're at in the press box, I have to kind of go down to a different window and forgot to be looking at the camera. So apologies if that was out of the frame. You're just gonna have to take our word for it. It went between the hands.
Yeah, just a little fullback flat route there off of the play action on 2nd and goal, and just couldn't connect with his receiver.
Yeah, Breckenridge fans probably call that a Gavin Peterson route. They've seen so many flood routes to him over the years, and they're going to go off tackle, and Tegan Abel, one of the Cowboys blowing that up.
Yeah, interesting decision here now. 4th and short.
And we also got Gabe Armitage getting on the hit, but like you said, I'm not really sure what their kicking situation is, but I mean, you could come away with just a field goal here.
Doesn't look like I see any sort of tee or kicker or any sort of that operation going
Nobody's
on. Nobody's
changing a shoe.
Yeah. This is, as Coach Herder would call, a football play.
Oh, I love me a football play. We get a lot of Coach Herderisms into the broadcast. I love it. You know, Hanau's, school song every time there's a pick six. We got to throw that in there if there's a scoop and score.
He said a lot of things that stuck.
And we'll see what we got for this 4th and goal. Frazee's going to take a timeout. This timeout once again brought to you by Highcam Construction. As you said, that is their final timeout, and we'll take a quick break with them. You are listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome back to Cowboy Field. Breckenridge, a massive 4th and goal.
They're going to spread it out here, go with a little bit different look than we've seen so far.
Frazee with one running back working out of the gun. They motion a receiver to the backfield as well. Just running a straight pass play into the flats, and that is going to be a touchdown. And hauling that in for the score, that's number 28, Aiden Grossman.
Yeah, just got everybody spread out there and did a good little job of just one of those little, wasn't even quite out, just a jet route, or as we would call it back in the day, just right out. And it's a tough play if you're trying to run with a guy in the flats there to get to him before he gets to the end zone. And unfortunately, this one they did pitch and catch it.
Now they're going to try to go for the lead with the 2-point conversion. And Frazee going to go back to their normal power T look. They're going to start being a spread team after the success they had on that one.
Power T everywhere but the
yeah, I don't think they have any timeouts left.
They don't have any timeouts left. This will be interesting.
No. Unless they maybe did, and maybe one of the timeouts was Breckenridge took the timeout. All right. Well, this timeout once again brought to you by High Camp Construction, but we'll stay here for it and kind of dive into that
no Chris
play a
Webber
little
situation there.
Yeah, dive into that play a little bit more. And as far as it looked like it was like just a quick sprint out on the left side, and just a quick hitter, and maybe they were potentially expecting that all-out blitz that we were talking about. So they decided to spread it out and try to help them out in that way, and it looks like it paid off.
Yeah, you just give the defense a little bit different look than they've seen the whole game. And I mean, if you're a defender, you're expecting it's been smash mouth, everything's coming at you like that you're ready for that. And then all of a sudden they come out and spread, and it just throws you off a little bit, because then all of a sudden you're thinking coverage assignments versus stopping the run, and worked out for Frazee.
Probably haven't seen that on tape very much, if at all. I haven't watched the tape.
I wasn't expecting it myself at all. That was, I think, literally the first play we've seen them not run out of the power T formation, and then all of a sudden they come spread gun at the 2-yard line.
So Breckenridge took the timeout with 7:51 left to go after the 3-yard catch from Aiden Grossman for the TD.
You always got to watch out on these 2-point conversions here for something tricky. It's usually when
the spread look again.
Look again.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tailback to the right. And
Cowboys are in man.
Number 8, Adam Vegan, is going to get it back to 28 again, and Cooper Roberts says not today, picks him up, and they're going to go for the suplex while he's at it. So
just phenomenal job there, Roberts, just stepping up and filling. It's not an easy job when you're a corner and you got that jet sweep coming at you, because if you don't make that play, there's no one there to make the play for you.
Textbook one-on-one tackle. We love to see it, and Breckenridge up 7-6 with 7:51 left to go in the second quarter. You were listening to Breckenridge football on B92.7 FM.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
And welcome back to Cowboy Field. Breckenridge with a 7-6 lead with 7:51 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Frazee got on the board with a 3-yard hookup from Adam Vegan to Aiden Grossman, and the PAT was stuffed. Cooper Roberts making the stop, and then immediately got checked out by the trainer. Had to get something just taped up, I think. But Breckenridge with Craychaw returning the kick, I believe. Have to double check the number.
Yeah, a little bit shorter kick there.
Breckenridge getting some help on the field position then. We'll start off on their own 35.
Yeah, nice little return. I don't think it was kicked where they were initially setting it up to. It looked like it was off and short a little bit to the left.
Charlie Krejcha getting his squad started off on their own 34. And Krejcha will split out to the left along with Cooper Roberts. And David Erlinson once again in the backfield with Riley Kappas. Heck of a duo. We're going to make sure to get you some of their stats as this goes along. We got some cool graphics that we whipped up. And Cooper Roberts on that inside hitch once again. I swear they got a 100% hit rate on that play, but not a whole lot of yards, but they'll take a gain of 3 or 4.
Yeah, nice big target there with big hands. Quick little pitch and catch. You'll take that all day.
Up to 6'5". Every single year we're like, did Cooper grow another couple inches? We're gonna run into him when he's back from college. He's gonna be a 7-footer.
Yeah, that's a quarterback's best friend there with a catch radius like that.
Cooper Roberts is up to 20 yards or 19 yards on 3 catches. One of them being a 12-yard TD. Levi Christensen's got the other pass catch of the day for 16 yards. Riley Kappas has not thrown an incompletion yet. Pump fake, and now he's looking to go deep. Looking for Charlie Krejcha. Krejcha is not able to haul it in. Or apologies, Cooper Roberts.
Yeah, just a little double move there in the slot from Roberts, and it looked like they're playing too high safety on that. Safety came up. He was expecting that route that they just threw. Looks like the coaches did a good job of scheming it up to show him. I thought they were throwing that hitch route again, and then all of a sudden he's going past them. A little bit of contact, but not enough to warrant a flag, and looks like they just couldn't connect on that one. That's a tough shot. It was a deep ball.
I was so confident that it was Charlie Krejcha because I was sure that Cooper had run another hitch route, but what do I know?
Yeah, and they're backed off again here.
3rd and about 7, and David Erlinson is going to bounce off one, and now he's going to lay a pop on another one. Oh, boy, David Erlinson. That's a buckle your chin strap play, baby.
That's a run that makes you not want to come up and tackle him, and that's exactly what the Cowboy offense wants. As much as this team looks a little bit different out of the shotgun versus that short T formation, they want to establish the run. They want to put it on the ground, stay ahead of the chains, and run the ball, and so far they've done a great job of it.
Breckenridge on their own 48 after the David Erlinson rush to move the chains. 10-yard gain. Erlinson and Riley Kappas in the backfield. Kappas going to call his own number. Erlinson leading up the shoot. And it's just a numbers game at that point. We were talking about all last week about how much of a luxury it is to be able to have David Erlinson leading up the shoot.
Yeah, he goes from running people over to running people over. He's just got a ball carrier behind him.
And after that 6-yard gain from Riley Kappas, Breckenridge's offense still humming along nicely. And got to give credit to this offensive line. Another play on that one where Riley Kappas kind of could pick where his hole was almost because he had so many options to run. Sets up 2nd and 4 on the Frazee 45. And, fumbled snap. See if Breckenridge was able to get back on it. And we'll see who's big momentum swing potentially, and Frazee's got it. 5:41 left to go in the opening half, and a fumbled snap. It didn't even get to
Yeah, it didn't
the
even make
quarterback.
it look like it got back. I don't know if it bounced off of a lineman or what exactly happened there, because just looked like one of those mistakes that you really hope to limit in a game like this where it's so close.
Yep, the score is 7-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge, that was only their 2nd drive. These teams have been running the ball so much that the whole clock goes away. So Frazee punted on their 1st drive. Breckenridge scored. Frazee scored. And now Breckenridge has a turnover, so we got a 7-6 score with 5:41 left to go. Breckenridge trying to take the halftime lead, or take that lead into halftime, I should say. Adam Vegan dropping back the pass. Looking to toss it deep. He's got a man. And it is hauled in for the grab. Going to Grossman once again on the long ball.
They came back with a really similar route there to what Breckenridge showed on the last drive in the slot. Just a double move. Textbook coming out of a turnover like that. Coaches like to take shots. It was a shot play there. They were able to connect, and let's see how Breckenridge responds on this one.
Yeah, it looks like a gain of 32 on the play, I believe, down to the 22-yard line. And 5:35 left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Yeah, outside of the explosive plays for Frazee, it's been pretty well contained. It's just those two big plays have made a huge difference.
Breckenridge, gave up that 50-yard hookup on the screen that set up the first score, and then that long ball to open up the drive. That was a nice throw by Vegan and a very nice grab from Grossman as well. And sticking with the twin running back look, or the two-back look, and bouncing off one tackler, two tacklers, and in for the score is Mason Mickelson with 5:28 left to go. Mickelson with a 22-yard rush.
Yeah, they only had two backs in the backfield that time instead of the regular three, and it looked like they were almost just trying to take a numbers advantage to that left-hand side of the line and just handed it off, and he was able to find Paydirt.
And that will make it a 12-7 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll check.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for two again here.
Going to go back to that spread look again, potentially.
I don't see a kicking tee or a kicker out there, so.
12-7 score. And going back to the power tee look with the three running backs. Grossman, the lone receiver, split out. And one of the linemen jumped. Breckenridge catches a break.
Talk about those two-point conversion plays and a little bit of trickery there. It looked like the quarterback was trying to motion out, and they were going to direct snap it to the running back. Unfortunately, the right guard looks like he wasn't on the same page and thought the ball was being snapped.
Yeah, I think if we were to run a study, I would think that odds are usually not great when you take your quarterback out of the equation for a play that involves snapping it to somebody. Yeah. So if there's going to be a play to get messed up, it's probably going to be that one. But we'll see if that's going to end up biting them here on the two-point try.
Yeah, going for it again back here 5 yards farther back.
And 5:28 once again left to go in this opening half. And they're going to run a Wildcat set. And then the Tebow toss to the end zone. The jump throw is off the hands of the intended receiver. Yeah, Noah McCallson is who they were looking for. That was thrown by Dawson Lyman, the fullback, but it was not hauled in for the grab. 12-7, the score remains. Breckenridge trails Frazee. They'll get the ball back with 5:28 left to go in this opening half. You're listening to Breckenridge football on B92.7.
A remodel, addition, or new construction resembles a puzzle. You look at the edges, the colors, and what you envision as a finished work of art. Showplace Cabinetry, available at Dakota Cabinetry, can help you worry about one last piece of the puzzle. Do you have a picture in mind? Dakota Cabinetry can make your next project complete by offering countertops, custom tile backsplashes, custom tile showers, and flooring too. Stop by our showroom located at 898 8th Avenue South in Wapton, or call 642-2100 to check out Showplace Cabinetry.
And welcome back to Cowboy Field, where the Frazee Hornets are getting ready to boot it away after they took the lead. And a couple big pass plays have set up these scores as the Cowboys find themselves down 12-7. And what did you think you saw from Frazee to be able to capitalize on the turnover forced on that one, Blake?
Yeah, it was really the big play that got them down there, and then they got another, just caught the Cowboys off guard, coming back with a counter, and were able to punch it in.
Frazee putting it away. And it's actually going to be a little short squib kick.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a pooch or supposed to be some sort of no man's land. Yep. See what happens. You'd like to see the Cowboys just fair catch that and make it nice and easy, but they recovered it nonetheless.
Connor Ernst being the hero on that one.
It's like a little chip shot with a pitching wedge there.
Find the soft spot.
7-yard line.
And they'll start on their own 37, so Breckenridge getting some nice field position once again.
Be nice to see what they can do with this drive. They did defer, so if they're able to go down and make something out of this, they will get the ball to start the second half.
Could potentially make it a two-score game. We shall see. Two receivers to the left, wing back and a tight end to the right. Riley Kappas with the RPO hits Levi Christensen across the middle, and Christensen Going to move the sticks.
This is what those runs in that last drive set up,
Mhm.
because they sit there and the ball's in the running back's gut. They're thinking they're going to run it down your throat. Honestly, Frazee hasn't stopped Breckenridge. Breckenridge stopped Breckenridge. So until they're able to stop the run, that's going to be their focus. It was just a great call. Pull the ball out, go right behind where the linebackers are coming up to fill. Nice little gain.
Got Levi Christensen with his second grab of the day. He's got 26 yards. And he is to the right with Gabe Armitage along with him. Pair of receivers to the left. David Erlinson getting the rush on this go-around. And Erlinson, he's got a whole hive of Hornets around him, but he's taking the stings. And we'll see if they give him about 7 yards. Looks like it. So David Erlinson right now, I got him for 4 carries, and his shortest one is 5 yards.
This Cowboy offense has looked really good to start. Outside of that one play, it's been about as good of a start as you could ask for.
I kind of like to pick the brains of the play callers sometimes. Probably too much sometimes, but I feel like most years at this point we'd have David already at 10 carries by halftime. You know what I mean? But we're at 4, which I'm okay with because it's early on in the year. You know, but we'll see if that workload goes up in the second half. But Gabe Armitage doing a great job with his increased workload, and he's going to be close to another first down here, making something out of nothing after that play almost got blown up. Gavin Hofford also helping out there on the block.
The blockers have done a great job. They've ran that play a few times, and they've just set that edge. He was a shoestring tackle away from maybe still be running at this point, but either way, they'll take it on the first down and keep the chains moving.
Looks like they'll give 5 yards to Gabe Armitage on that one. I got him for 34 yards on 4 carries, so definitely a really solid start to this ball game. And Crayjaw split out to the right, and then Roberts will be in the slot. They'll motion Armitage over, fake the handoff, fake another handoff. A little jump pass, Levi Christensen right on the money. That is just dropping it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, I think that was a double play action.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I saw David Erlinson got or first it was Gabe, then it was Dave. And
yeah, I initially saw the fake handoff there and was thinking that it was coming back to Erlinson, and then there was another handoff, and it fooled me.
Riley Kappas has just been lights out so far here. 6 of 7 start. 11 yards on that hookup. Now they need 30 yards to get in the end zone with 3:48 left to do it in this opening half. They'll hand it off to David Erlinson on the right side. Erlinson, and look at that speed. Bounces off one tackler, and he said, I'm going to try to carry you into the end zone. I'm going to be a little shy.
Out there, but he did fall on it.
David Erlinson with his best rush of the night gets them into the ready red zone. Erlinson going to get ruled down at the 4-yard line, it looks like. So 26-yard run. I thought he was going.
Minutes left.
I thought he was going in for sure on that one.
Too. 3.5 minutes left here. You're in no hurry.
Breckenridge working on the right hash here. They need 4 yards to get the lead back. David Erlinson to the left of Kappas. Kappas will hand it off to Erlinson. Erlinson putting that shoulder down. Had a few Hornets waiting for him.
And if you're the Cowboys, you're okay with that. Don't give Frazee the ball back with any time.
I was giving David a hard time that he wasn't getting any of the goal line touches last week, and I said, man, you might have to. I was like, you might have to whiff a couple blocks or something, buddy. And then they're gonna be convinced that you're the better option after that.
Yeah, you got a lot of options in the playbook right here. 2nd and goal from, it looks like, about the 2.
I wouldn't mind a little pop pass to my fellow 5, Levi Christensen, out there. That'd be fun. We'll see if they're going to try to get him involved here, but looks like everybody else might have went a little early. I'm not sure, but Riley Kappas is going to try to call his own number up the middle, and there's a
flag. At
the
end.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty late on the play.
Yeah, it didn't. Oh, it looks like a helmet came off. Could be. We'll have to see what they say here.
Hopefully not a personal foul. And I think you got to come out of the game after you lose the helmet.
Depending on if it was pulled off or not.
Okay. All face mask, so that's going to.
So, yeah, they'll get a fresh set of downs here.
Yep.
I mean, this is rolled out to be about as great as you could expect this to go from the goal line situation, because Frazee's out of timeouts. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left, and you're now on play 3 on the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 1.
Yeah, it's a gut check time for sure before they head into the locker room. Are they going to be the team who capitalizes on the Frazee mistake, or are they going to be the team who gets stuffed on 4 straight plays or fumbles it away? We'll see. They're going to work out of the gun once again. Riley Kappas, Erlinson to his left. Kappas will hand it off to Erlinson, but Erlinson has a whole lot of defense waiting for him in the hole.
Oh.
And we'll see if he just got back to the line.
I believe it is second down. The down marker there is saying third. I believe that face mask would have been a personal foul.
Yeah, I was going to
down.
say, I think it's supposed to be second down, I thought. But
Yeah, I had it as second down as well.
Yeah. It is what it is. We'll see if it ends up mattering at all with 1:38 left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Gabe Armitage will get it motioned over, and he's going to walk it in. 2-yard rush for Gabe Armitage with $1:31 left to go.
Didn't matter which down it was right there because it was touchdown.
Gabe Armitage gives his squad the lead right back.
Touchdown, Casey's Bar and Pressure Washing Solutions donated to the
After the Armitage rush, Breckenridge going to try to make it a 14-12 game with the Charlie Eggeman boot. And Charlie Leggeman puts it through once again. 14-12
We
is
got
your
awfully
score.
close to him there at the kicker, and it looks like a couple Frazee guys took the worst of it.
Yeah, riding the lightning a little bit there, but we got a 14-12 score. You're listening to Breck Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. 1:31 left to go in this second quarter.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
And welcome back to Cowboy Field, where the Breckenridge Cowboys have regained the lead, 14-12 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Gabe Armitage capping off that drive with the 2-yard rush. Charlie Eggeman booting the PAT to make it 14-12 once again. And that is with 1:31 left to go in this opening half. And what a big momentum swing there.
Huge. Cowboys will get the ball, like we said, to start the second half here, and that's exactly what you wanted to do. Go down, extend the lead just a little bit there because you're kicking field goals and they're going for two.
Yep.
And now see if you can pin them deep again.
Just got to make sure not to give up any chunk plays here for the last 91 seconds of game time.
Yeah, and I believe no timeouts left for Frazee, which is a big factor, too. They had to burn a couple of those early.
Eggeman going to boot that short for his standards, about the 10-yard line. And it looks like we got a flag on the play, so this return's coming back.
It's coming back. It looked like
took a shot in the back.
Yep.
Gonna say all of a sudden I see Jackson Riggs flying into the screen.
Really bad. He sure made it look like it because it was pretty clear to hear. It looked like about 15 yards on that block in the back when he was shoved.
Gotta sell it, baby. That'll send him back.
The penalty is against the Hornets.
And so the Hornets getting backed up on this one. I'm assuming they're just going to keep the defense out there.
Yeah, what a huge swing there because they were going from plus territory back to now it's see where they march it off to.
So Breckenridge once again getting the ball to start off the second half.
Move the ball back to
so far in the opening half, we got a touchdown from Cooper Roberts and then also a touchdown from Gabe Armitage. Getting into the end zone for Frazee have been Mason Mickelson and Aiden Grossman. Mickelson on a 22-yard rush while Grossman hauled in a 3-yard grab.
Interesting to see what they'll do here.
And another two-back set. They're going to go with the off-tackle handoff on the left side. Gabe Armitage helping out on the tackle along with Riley Kappas, laying a pop.
Mason Mickelson on the carry.
And Kappas actually, a little fun fact about him, actually last year was a starter on defense. That's kind of where he originally kind of cut his teeth for the varsity level and then started to get some packages put in there his sophomore campaign. And now this year is, the day one starter. And, boy, has it He's done a great job today. I hope the wheels don't fall off for him because this has been the best outing we've seen from him so far, and we're just in the first half.
Yeah, he's looked great so far, but really efficient in the passing game. I believe 6 of 7.
Yep, making it easy on his receivers. Throwing some dimes that I say I could even catch maybe. Adam Vegan looking deep again. And this time around, making the adjustment for the grab is Benjamin Ryderson.
Yeah, they just ran
a really nice
wheeler
grab
out there out of the backfield. It looked like had 2 receivers clear it out, and you could see the wheel route coming from here, and it was one of those just chuck it as far as you can and hope that the guy gets there. He did get out of bounds, so it'll stop the clock.
29.7 seconds left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 14-12, your score once again. Breckenridge with the lead against Frazee, their district opponent. And I'm not going to tell you what their district is because it's the longest district title you've ever heard.
Yeah, we were discussing that earlier, and I was having trouble pronouncing it.
I thought I accidentally copy and pasted wrong, but Vegan looking to air it out once again. And it's going to be almost picked off. Charlie Crenshaw and Riley Kappas on the coverage.
Fought each other for the interception there, and neither one of them ended up with it. But you know what? At this stage in the half, you'll just take an incomplete.
Yeah, one of those same team rebound situations. Same.
Yeah, we don't know their kicking situation for sure, but we haven't seen anyone out there except for kickoffs. So you'd hope that you keep them out of the end zone here and you keep them away from points because I don't really know what their field goal range would be because we haven't seen them try to kick.
Breck's still sticking with their prevent look. Crenshaw, Kappas, Sanchez, and Oliphant, the deep men. A lot of experience in that secondary. And Frazee going back to the power tee. Maybe just going to try to go back to the play action again. They're looking for the flood, and some great pressure from Kai McDonald. It's going to force the duck into Aiden Sanchez. He's going to pick it off. Kai McDonald putting a lick on
What a hit.
My guy Kai laying the boom. Got Aiden Sanchez
pressure
in
there, and he laid the wood. And that was one that was up for grabs, and Sanchez was able to grab it.
Another thing I've been talking about how I love their defense is the height from the corners. Lawson Oliphant and Aiden Sanchez, I believe, are both listed at 6'2".
Yeah, it's nice when a lot of jump balls are looking to go more your way than the other way.
Aiden Sanchez with the INT. Now both teams have a turnover.
16 seconds.
Yep. 16.6 seconds left, and Breckenridge going to hand it off to David Erlinson. Erlinson with some room to run on the right side. Throws a stiff arm. He's still running up the right sideline. Erlinson tackled out of bounds with 7.3 seconds left to go in the half.
That's one of them that you just hand the ball off and you see what happens. And like the whole first half when they've been handed the ball off, good things have happened. He broke that, and I think with 7 seconds, you may be looking at the end zone at this point, sitting at just outside the 20.
47 yards.
I don't even know if you have to call this a Hail Mary at this point. It's just you can pretty much call whatever you want, but it's pretty much got to get it to the end. Yeah. Smart move by the Cowboys here. Get your play lined up. You have your timeouts. You're probably only getting 1, maybe 2 plays in after this. Let's see what they can cook up.
14-12 score after the 47-yard rush from David Erlinson. Breckenridge at the Frazee 32. When we get back, you are listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live per the I3G Sports Network.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Fall is here, and Ripper Sports Store has you covered. Check out their brand new fall sports apparel and gear up for the season. And it's not just sports. Rippers also offers professional inscription work for your business attire. Look sharp on the field and in the office with Ripper Sports Store.
All right, after that 47-yard run by David Erlinson, we are back. Breckenridge Cowboys need 32 yards to get in the end zone. We'll see what they got for it. Riley Kappas dropping back to pass, throwing it for the end zone, looking for Cooper Roberts, and it is going to be incomplete.
Looks like they're going to get another shot at this, though. Didn't take up the whole clock. couple seconds here.
Can't hurt going to your 6'5" guy. And speaking of height, they're bringing in Jackson Riggs to maybe try a jump ball himself. Great basketball player, and I'm pretty sure he grew an inch or two over the summer as well.
Yeah, no shortage of height out there in the wide receiver core.
I got Riley Kappas 6 for 8 so far. Tally up the yardage at halftime. 2.8 seconds left to go in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Interesting, Frazee doesn't have more guys back. They're kind of playing their base defense again.
Backing off the corners. And they're going to throw it to Jackson Riggs in the end zone, and the jump ball is not hauled in. My apologies, I pulled the camera too far so you guys didn't get to see it, but you're going to have to take my word for it. Incomplete pass to wrap up the half. 14-12, Breckenridge will get the ball to start the second half. We'll take a quick break, come back with your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. You're listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wapton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Everybody likes discounts, and really, who doesn't want to save money, especially on their auto insurance? Hi, I'm Carson Zard, a Nodak Insurance Company agent in Wapton, North Dakota. Talk to me about how we can save you money by taking advantage of our multi-vehicle, multi-line, EFT, safe driver, and good student discounts. Call 701-642-9251 for your quote. I'm Carson Zard, your agent with answers. I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call for a quote today.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what Quality Recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com. Fall is here and Gripper Sports Store has you covered. Check out their brand new fall sports apparel and gear up for the season. And it's not just sports. Grippers also offers professional inscription work for your business attire. Look sharp on the field and in the office with Gripper Sports Store.
OSPTI promotes specialized and extended training of therapists to better treat orthopedic injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early return to activity and sport training, and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI today, 218-641-7725.
And welcome to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Office, along with Blake Wilcox. We got a 14-12 Breckenridge score here at the half. Our Breckenridge lead here at the half against the Frazee Hornets. And I'll run through the State Farm Stat Report. Before we dive into it, if you want to maybe give give the viewers a couple things that maybe stood out to you in the first half that you saw from Breckenridge, Blake.
Yeah, I think for the most part, I think just on offense, staying ahead of schedule, not having those 3rd and longs, just makes it a lot easier for a quarterback. Offense, this whole when you don't have to become one-dimensional and throw the ball, you can keep a team on their heels and you can kind of mix it up. And we saw a lot of that. I think just that mixed with trying to limit some of the explosive plays, because that's where it feels like almost all of Frazee's yardages come on a handful of plays. I think those are the kind of the keys, and the game doesn't really feel as close as it is, but that's just how football goes sometimes. A few plays can completely change a game, and if the Cowboys can just limit the explosives, and I mean, David's had a couple himself too, which have really helped him. But I think that'll kind of be the keys to the second half, is just going to be which team stays on schedule offensively, and from a defensive perspective between turnovers and just limiting explosives. And I mean, Cowboys tying up the turnover margin there at the end did help too.
I think I got Cooper Roberts for 6 career touchdowns now or 6 career receiving touchdowns through the air. So just needs one more to catch his dad, Chris, by the way. For those who were wondering, I was giving Chris a hard time before the start. I said, number 0 is coming for you, baby. Agent 0 for sure.
And there's a non-zero chance in the second half that he could pass him, because that passing game, and especially the quick passing game, has looked really good.
Yep.
The timing, the rhythm, that's a huge thing. Just getting the ball out on time, not having to deal with the pressure, and just being able to complete those easy ones that then give your guys a chance to make a play, which they have.
Riley looks more like a quarterback, or more like a quarterback every week. Week 1, he kind of looked like a really good athlete that was playing QB. Week 2, it's like, oh, this guy's got some QB to him. And then week 3, we're like, oh boy, that's my quarterback. Get the Terrell Owens crying gif fired right now. That's my quarterback. But we'll run through the stats for you. And your Breckenridge quarterback, Riley Kappas. By the way, his mom Jessie with the birthday today. So happy birthday to her. And Riley's doing a good job for you. 6 for 9 through the air with 56 yards and 1 touchdown, of course. Kappas on the ground has 2 carries for 11 yards by my count. David Erlinson on only 6 carries in the first half, 101 yards. One of those carries going 26 yards, the other one going 47 yards. His shortest one was 5 yards, so that was a tough run for him. I'm sure he'll want that one back. But Gabe Armitage, the jet sweep machine, 5 carries for 36 yards. Lawson Oliphant, 1 carry so far for -2 yards, and that was actually Breckenridge. With the exception of that fumble they lost, that was really Breckenridge's only kind of drawback play. Everything else was looking pretty sharp. 3 catches for each Cooper Roberts and for Levi Christensen. Roberts, of course, with that 12-yard touchdown. He's got 3 grabs for 19 yards, and then Christensen's 3 grabs turned into 37 yards, all of them moving the chains, I believe. And then the only big defensive play that I had to actually make note of, because there's been a lot of big defensive stops, obviously, but the only turnover Breckenridge was able to force was an interception from Aiden Sanchez close to the end of the first half. So both teams have forced 1 turnover. As we said, Breckenridge had the lost fumble as well. But they got a lot of good things going. Already a 100-yard rusher at halftime on only 6 totes. And usually in games like that, it's one of those things where you think you got to pull the starters right away. But Breckenridge is only up by 2 in this situation.
Yeah, we'll see if they can lean on that run game a little bit. And the good thing about only being at 6 carries is these guys are fresh. And if they're able to just impose their will and lean on these guys, I mean, they could have a big second half.
I'm excited to see if we're going to see maybe more of the rushing attack in that sense, but at the same time, I'm getting so much good stuff out of the offense. You can't go wrong. I should be happy either way, but we'll see what Breckenridge has dialed up once again as they lead 14-12 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll take a quick break as we continue the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Come back and revisit the keys to the game, as well as also talk about some keys to the second half. You're listening to the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, all part of the I3G Sports Network.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Are you tired of fixing the same problems? Here at Ready, we offer performance seating solutions that last. Whether it's new parts for your drill or a complete rebuild of your air seeder, we can help. We resolve your challenges through in-house engineering, manufacturing, and sourcing of the highest quality North American-made products. We are ready to bring our passion and expertise directly to your farm to solve all your equipment challenges. Reach out to us at 701-205-1485 and schedule your free inspection today.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
And welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. 14-12 is your score. Breckenridge leads Frazee, and Turner Bluff is joined by Blake Wilcox. And we were talking about the keys to the game earlier, about kind of wearing down the line, which that's kind of a silly thing to revisit right now because we can't really see the end result of that, how worn down they are at the end of the game. But, if David Erlinson's, yards per carry is any indication, that means the defense is kind of getting worn down a little bit here because the last two rushes from Dave, that's where he got like 70% of his yardage here.
Yeah, I mean, that last one was something, a beauty, just watching him break it and go. I mean, that was something that you hand the ball off at the end of the half and you're not really expecting anything. But when you have a home run hitter like that in the backfield, it's the yardage is never safe.
Yep, for sure. And Breckenridge was able to get in the end zone once again. If you guys missed that on the Stat Report, I don't even think I ran through that. The Stat Report brought to you by Matt and Amanda Frederick for the scoring, I should say. First, we had the 12-yard Cooper Roberts catch with 1:57 left to go in the game, or in the first quarter. That was from Riley Kappas to give his squad the lead. And then a 3-yard grab from number 28. That was Aiden Grossman, catching it from Adam Vegan for the 3-yard score with 7:51 left. 2-point conversion was blown up by Cooper Roberts. And then Frazee was able to score again. This time was a 22-yard rush from Mason Mickelson, able to shed a couple of tacklers on the way there. But Breckenridge putting together another very nice drive when they come back, which led to a 2-yard touchdown from Gabe Armitage on a jet sweep, kind of his signature play here out of this offense. And apologies, Blake, did you get something there?
No, we were cutting these lines a little bit short coming out for warm-ups here. They were rounding the corners a little bit, and I know that used to be a pet peeve back in the day. So, my inner OCD was going off here when some of the boys at the end were coming out for stretching, and we're always caught to make the cut sharp and right down the line, and it was bananaed a little bit.
Yeah, you'd have got a kick out of us in week 1 when we were giving David a hard time that he went the wrong way. It was like, oh no.
Hey, at least he made it out.
Yeah, exactly.
After the half, unlike what happened with someone in a Blizzard game once, where I may or may not have made it out of the locker room for the first snap, and we were one short on the defense.
That was bizarre. I forgot. You got a good excuse though, I'm pretty sure. Switching your undershirt, were you?
My hands were too cold to put my pads back on. Not my proudest moment. To be fair, we also deferred and chose to kick in the second half because the wind was so bad. So I was hurrying out, but I was expecting the offense to be out there. And instead I come out, and they're like, where are you? We're on defense. And it was it was a learning moment.
We loved our seniors that year. We were juniors. We loved our seniors that year, but you guys were going shirtless or sleeveless on your guys' own. That was not our bag. We were rolling with the undershirts for our junior class. Because we knew we still had another year left, so we got to survive out here.
I just remember we stepped out, and where the wind was coming, everybody's like, "Oh, this isn't bad at all," and not realizing that the high school was blocking all of the wind, and then we were on the opposite side of the field at the time, and that was
we were hyped in warm-ups.
one of the only football games, I believe it would have been the section semifinals our junior year against Wadena in near blizzard conditions.
Yeah.
That was one of the few games that it was not necessarily enjoyable to be on the sidelines. I mean, it was a great win.
Oh yeah, we had guys talking about their the frostbite that they were wrapping up the season with.
Yeah, there might have been a thermos of hot chocolate under
I forgot about
someone's wardrobe. We had the big coats that you throw on, and
shout out to Hans. He's a legend.
Yeah. It wasn't chicken broth like they do in the NFL.
Yeah.
It was a little Swiss Miss in the Stanley thermos there.
We'll see what the Cowboys got for this second half as they are all wrapped up for this. We'll wrap up the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show with one more break. You're listening to Breckenridge football on B92.7. Breckenridge getting the ball at the start of the second half, up 14-12.
Superior Builders is a proud sponsor of tonight's Breckenridge Base.
Mom and Dad's favorite season is autumn. Crisp air, changing leaves, and a cozy life at Twin Town Villa.
That's for sure. Since they moved into Twin Town Villa, the change has been amazing.
Yeah, they're so relaxed and comfortable now.
And we've got the peace of mind, knowing that they're surrounded by kindness and security.
That's a great warm feeling as the weather gets cooler.
When the decision moves towards assisted living, fall into caring comfort.
It's not an easy decision, but at Twin Town Villa, it's the best decision all around. No matter what the season, you're never alone at Twin Town Villa. B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KN today.
And welcome back. That'll do it for the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Once again, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company, Turner Blavis, along with Blake Wilcox. Breckenridge once again be getting the ball to start off the second half, but you know what? I will say they'll be receiving the kick, but don't know if they'll be getting the ball because I know Frazee likes to get a little hectic here with some short pooches. We'll see if they try to catch Breckenridge sleeping here with the kickoff.
Yeah, both kicks have looked a little bit different in that first half. The first one, they went what I would assume was their kicker's version of deep. It was probably about the 20-yard line to one of the upmen, and the second one was almost just a chip shot looking type. You couldn't tell if they were just trying to catch it in no man's land and bounce, and it did bounce, but luckily the Cowboys were ready and fell on it. I mean, if you're Frazee to a certain extent, you don't want to play the field possession game like that the way it's gone so far. I would look for them to kick it deep, but, you know, if you're looking for momentum, a little kangaroo kick or a little one of those, you never know. Yep, and
we got to make sure to show some love to David Erlinson. Had 101 yards at the half, like we said, and we got to show this graphic that we're so proud of. One of our little pet projects we have on him is he's got to whip up graphics for us, which unfortunately for him, pretty humble guy, but he had to whip up one for himself there. So I had to make sure to flash that on the screen. And also, we got one for Riley Kappas, too, who had a really nice first half throwing the ball.
Yeah, two of the many guys that are deserving of a graphic after that first half.
Oh, yeah. We'll see if Kappas is probably saying, I feel like I'm not really scoring as much as I'm supposed to here. After getting 3 TDs the first 2 weeks, now he's been held out of the end zone so far. Did throw one to Cooper Roberts, so he'll take that.
Kicking it off.
And they're going to kick it deep this time around. And it looks like Lawson Alphen is going to try to go up the right sideline. And he is taken out of bounds, but a heck of a return there. Love to see him turn on the Jets.
Yeah, that was a good adjustment there. They kicked it, quote-unquote, deep. They just moved him up in the middle there, and he was able to scoop it up, and it looked like they were able to get their blocking scheme set up. Just a great run by Lawson.
Lawson Alphen starting his squad off. Some nice field position. Actually, must have stepped out of bounds a little earlier than we thought. So.
Yeah, I thought he made it a little bit farther than that, but
that's
nonetheless,
right.
You're not going
Close
to
to
complain about
50.
the ball at almost in your opponent's territory before you've run a single play.
If anything, you got to look for a late hit there. He tackled me 10 yards after I stepped out. Why are you still running, buddy? Third quarter starts with David Erlinson motioning out to the right. Straight keeper for Kappas, cuts it up. And I love the play design there.
Yeah. Get everybody looking one way and then just run it with your quarterback the other way. They've had a lot of success on the outside running that way to the formation, and I think they were looking to catch something there, but nonetheless, you're not going to be complaining about 3-4 yard gain on first down.
Gain of 3 yards for David Erlinson on his first carry of the half. 7 on the day. He's got 104 yards. And we'll see if they're going to go back to him, maybe try to get it back to Gabe Armitage, who had 5 carries in the opening half. And they're not going to motion him over. They're going to go back to Erlinson. Erlinson, love the patience once again, and also a nice stick there from the Frazee defense. Got to give credit to Marcus Rickles laying the boom there, the 5'10", 230-pound junior.
Yeah, third and manageable here. Pretty much the whole playbook's open. You could run it, you could pass it. Kind of right where you want to be.
And then I think with how Breckenridge has been moving the ball, feeling comfortable enough going for it on fourth down in this territory, I'm thinking.
Yeah, and just where the ball's set right now, you look for them to go to the wide side of the field and try to get an advantage over there and get some of your guys in space and just see if you can beat them to the boundary and get a first down here.
Gavin Hofford split out with Cooper Roberts. See if he's going to get involved in the pass game. And David Erlinson, handoff on the left side, bounces off one tackler, but wrapped up by a gang of Hornets by the sideline. And after getting held up on that one, we'll see if they're going to just go with the punt team here. So Erlinson bottled up on 3 straight carries.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about setting the tone in the second half, and Frazee's come out ready to play. Breckenridge's had a couple good runs, but the defense has stepped it up a little bit.
We'll see if they're going to be maybe trying to draw them off sides here on the fourth down. 9:56 left to go in this third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Pair of receivers out to the right, wing back and tight end to the left. Single back to the right of Riley Kappas. Kappas will hand it off, or fake the handoff to Erlinson. Finding Gabe Armitage wide open. Armitage is going in for 6. That is how you do it. Quick hitter on fourth down. 47 yards. Gabe Armitage's second score of the day.
That was exactly how they drew it up there. I think a lot of people figured that the ball was going to Erlinson or a keeper by Kappas, and perfect play action, and you just leak him out of the backfield, and there was no one there to catch him.
Gabe Armitage on the year has a scoop and score, a rushing touchdown, and now a receiving touchdown on the resume. Not too shabby with 9:38 left to go in this third quarter. Charlie Eggman trying to stay perfect on PATs for the year. And 10-10 on the season.
No announcer's jinx on that one.
I know, I got a little nervous on that one. We got a 21-12 lead. Breckenridge in the lead against Frazee. You are listening to Breckenridge football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And welcome back to Cowboy Field, where we have a 21-12 score. Breckenridge leading Frazee after Gabe Armitage's second score of the day and the second TD pass of the day for Raleigh Kappas. That came with 9:38 left to go on the play-action play, and nobody was around Gabe Armitage. Just had to outrun the defense, and he was good. Breckenridge getting some luck after the kick was scooped up kind of at the last second, but coverage team doing what they need to do.
Ben Ryerson on that.
Looks like it got returned to about the 30.
Lawson all hit one of those on the tackle.
Yeah, I wonder if that was by design or if he just mishit it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It was bouncing in a funny way and almost took a pretty advantageous hop there.
They'll start this drive on their own 30 on the, looks like just working on the middle. And coming out in the power T look once again. Breckenridge obviously loading the box to respond. And they're going to go just a straight fullback dive to Dawson Lyman. And I'm kind of I don't know if it's because I just don't love, it seems like a waste of time sometimes with just those straight, like I know it's smart and you need to do it sometimes, just run straight up the middle, but like when you got so many other like plays you can do out of this, like a student body left handoff, like or a little crisscross handoff, I don't understand a straight fullback dive on first and 10. That's just not for me. But
yeah, and at this point, that's their bread and butter.
Yep.
I mean, running it on either side of the A gaps or B gaps, and it's like that. Cowboys are just doing a great job of stuffing the ball and not giving him a positive gain. This is what this whole offense is based around. Just it's been chunk plays, but typically isn't. Normally it's 3-4 yards at a pop, and you're going for it on fourth down. And Cowboys have done a great job.
Let's see if they can continue. Cooper Roberts showing that he wants to rush off the edge, and he's the one who actually lays the hit there on the edge. And looks like a gain of about 7. Very nice fall forward, evidently.
Yeah, they made up some yardage from that last play, and this is kind of where they want to be, and now their playbook's back open to wide open. 6.
Cowboys would love to be able to get a TFL here, maybe have to bring out the Frazee punt team.
Yeah, this is a big play in the game right here. First drive for the other team to start the half, see how they respond to the Cowboys' touchdown, and going to figure out who wants it more right here.
And Frazee going out with the receiver to the right. Trio of running backs behind Adam Vegan. And they're going to go handoff with Mickelson, and he's got a ton of room to run for the first down. Let's see where they mark him down at. Probably a gain of about 14 on the play.
And I mean, that's just a big confidence boost if you're Frazee right there to get that first down and keep things moving. And still got a long ways to go, but I mean it's a real backbreaker if you're punting after giving up a drive like you did to the Cowboys, and we'll see if they can hold.
Let's hope he's just getting a breather and isn't banged up. We got Tegan Abel on the sidelines, and I know he's got some other guys as well who get some time on defense, but he's kind of one of their leaders out there on that side of the ball, so just want to make sure he's not injured. And trio of running backs once again. Cowboys trying to come up with a big defensive play here. And another Mickelson handoff. And I believe Cooper Roberts is the first man there on the edge. Henry Sledall trying to get over and helping.
Cooper Roberts in on the hit.
And the nice thing about going up against this offense though is when you got a 2-score lead, it's definitely tough to come back with this type of an offense. So Breckenridge just got that feather in their cap right now, but
yeah, I mean they're looking for long, sustained drives that are just chip away, and it's from their standpoint, if their offense is ticking, it's backbreaking if you're the Cowboys, because if you can't stop, I go back to when we played OTC, and when you can't stop 3-4 yards at a pop, at a certain point it gets to be demoralizing, but it's not an offense that you love to play from behind at.
Yep, for sure. Vegan going to have to call a timeout. Maybe got a little close there. Oh, actually going to roll with the delay of game, so head coach Russ Hackle probably flustered about that, but at the same time probably beats burning a timeout at this point.
Yeah,
might need that more later on.
First half's a little bit different, and they did have to burn a couple early timeouts in the first half. I think second half here, those timeouts become so valuable if this game comes down to the wire and you need to stop the clock. So, but if you're the Cowboys, you got to feel really good about that because now they're off schedule. You're looking at 2nd and 12 versus 2nd and 7, and that's exactly where you want to put them. You essentially got a negative play from first down just by procedurally them not being ready to go.
We got Teagan Abel back at backer, so I can rest easy again. And 21-12 is your score once again, your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Frazee with their 2nd and long. They're going to fake the handoff. Vegan keeping himself. He's going to throw it down the field, and a nice grab over by the sideline. This one's Aiden Grossman again. Definitely the favorite target of Vegan. Aiden Sanchez trying to help out on the coverage, but tough to stick with Grossman, the 5'11", 144-pound junior.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback quite hold the play fake as long as he did. He was running it with it on his hip for about 10 yards laterally before throwing it. I thought the coverage there was really good. He had his hand there, was in position to make the play. It was just honestly a really good pass.
Yeah, Aiden Sanchez, no slouch. That's a third-year starter at corner, and just in the first few games of the year, we've already seen how much of a big playmaker he can be for the squad.
Yeah, he was right there. Just sometimes good offense beats good defense.
And once again, receiver to the left, tight end to the right. 3 backs out of the power tee. And looks like we got some movement beforehand. I'll back him up a bit. And so set up 1st and 15, which is kind of surprising when you don't have a whole lot of pre-snap movement, which I kind of compare this to Barnesville's offense, and I do like that I don't see as much movement, you know what I mean? Like, as far as, like, watching it as, like, someone you're trying to pick the brain of the defense, you know, I would hate all that pre-snap movement. You can't keep track of anything there. But it's kind of a kick for the coach as well when there's like, buddy, we didn't even have anybody moving. How'd you guys
yeah, it's always a tough one.
Here?
They're giving the Cowboys a couple opportunities here with penalties, and let's see if they can capitalize.
And after faking the handoff, Vegan drop back to throw and throwing down the right side and was looking for a man deep, but off the mark. I believe that was Lawson Alphin on the coverage that time around.
Yeah, good pressure again by the Cowboys there. That was one of those throws where you almost just kind of had to huck it up and not take a negative play. And this defensive line has been getting pressure when they've been trying to run a lot of stuff down the field.
Yeah, and then we got Benjamin Ryerson. I believe he's listed at 6 foot, 166. I was trying to see how that kind of height matches up with the Breckenridge secondary, which, as we mentioned, has got a couple 6'2" guys back there. But I want to see what the tight end, McCallson's listed at 6'1". Apologies.
Spread look again here.
Motion the man over. 2 receivers now to the left, 1 to the right. Vegan throwing the bubble route. And, just barely caught off the bobble. And that was Reinerson hauling that one in and got lucky off that one because that might have been a lateral too.
Yeah, it was awfully close. I think that bobble just kind of threw off the timing a little bit too, and they weren't able to quite get as much. And Cowboys are happy that he bobbled it because I think he probably would have turned it up for a little bit more had he caught it clean.
Going to have to settle for just a couple of yards, 3rd and 13, an obvious passing down. And coming into this game, kind of the impression of the Frazee passing attack, whereas we want to get him into the passing downs. But would you look at that? The passing attack has been what has kind of been saving them here.
Yeah, you just got to be careful of something tricky or something underneath, If you're a defensive lineman and it feels like you're getting through too easy, it probably is.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lone back, working out of a single back look. And, Lyman makes one man miss and is eventually taken down, but he's going to be right. He's going to be able to get the first down, and that is another tough break for the Cowboys, which we've seen a lot of good stuff from their defense, but it's just these little things, these little slip-ups that have been kind of blowing up on them.
Yeah, little 3rd and 12 draw or dive play, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
it's just one of those that
you were calling it a Vikings 3rd down during the commercial break.
that was Vikings 3rd down. They're usually a little bit farther than that, but yeah.
And coming up to the line, 3 running backs once again. Vegan surveys. 3:47 left to go in this 3rd quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And another off-tackle handoff. And they're going to go with Benjamin Ryerson. None doing there. And when I think of getting a big conversion on like a 3rd and 4th and long, I think of someone who played in the NFL, who's a controversial figure. So, like, you know, I may be playing with fire just bringing him up here. But as far as, like, on the field, it's actually like my comparison for describing David's running style, Ray Rice. I see a lot of Ray Rice with David because of the stiff arm, of course, you know, the pad level. I like how he keeps it low, kind of compact. Like I said, 205, but not the tallest guy on the field. And hey, diddle diddle, Ray Rice up the middle, one of my favorite NFL memories. And after faking the handoff and throwing it deep, it's a big hookup once again. And Ryerson, I believe, is the one hauling this one in and is eventually taken down.
Yeah, that was one where
the
if the pressure got there, it was going to be a big loss. And Frazee was able to get the pass out just before the pressure got to him. And there was a couple outstretched arms trying to tip that from the line of scrimmage, and he was able to loft it just over him there.
Looks like a 10-yard gain to the 16-yard line and into the red zone. And Breckenridge, once again, has got to stick with that bend, don't break approach.
Yeah, and you got to think it's almost has to be 2-down territory. I mean, we haven't seen them kick anything yet. 3rd in this short. Playbook's pretty much wide open for Frazee as well, knowing they have that extra down.
1st and 10 from the 16. The lineman shifting in. And that is potentially why. Trying to stop the off-tackle handoff.
Yeah, they were expecting it to go right up the gut, and it just went a little bit off tackle, and it's going to lead to a 1st down there. And, you know, now you're really getting into the territory of everything compresses in the red zone, and it really just becomes, especially the way these two teams like to play, you know, it's going to more or less be one at the line of scrimmage here in the red zone, and the Cowboys have an opportunity to turn it on and still get a stop here. There's still a little ways to go.
1st and 10 from the Cowboy 14. And Frazee taking their time. $1:23 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Breckenridge with the only points of the 2nd half so far, and then Frazee kind of chewing up the rest of the drive, or the rest of the quarter, I should say. And off-tackle handoff to Mickelson, and Mickelson in for his 2nd score of the day. This time from 14 yards out. Frazee not going away yet. 1:08 left to go in this 3rd quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Yeah, just a nice little run there. Broke a couple arm tackles and was able to get in. We'll see here. It looks like they're going for 2 again.
Looks like it. And like I said, Mickelson's 2nd TD of the day. And so far, Frazee is 0 for 2 on their PATs. We'll see what they got some magic here for try number 3. 21-18 Breckenridge advantage. So
they wanted it on that hash. It'll be interesting to see if they have something set up here.
Go to the left hash. Hornets are going to end up having
to
burn
use
a
a timeout. That's not ideal in this situation.
Yeah, with 1:08 left to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll just stay here for the timeout break, which is brought to you by High Camp Construction. Once again, once you build with them, you won't build any other way. High Camp Construction in Wapton. And a little bit about, just as far as some of the things that we're kind of working on that drive, Blake. I know we talked about the kind of the backbreaker plays that end up, kind of costing the Cowboys on those 3rd and longs. And tell me a little bit about maybe some of the things that are maybe kind of they got to hone in on, or do you think it's just kind of a discipline every kind of play kind of thing?
I think that they were just caught off guard. I don't think anyone was expecting 3rd and 12 to be that much. But if you think about it, I guess after the fact, I think in any sort of 3rd, especially, it's going to be 2-down territory, it feels like, for Frazee, just from just about everywhere. Just looking from a number of possession aspect, too. It's like we're almost done with this 3rd quarter, and each team's had the ball once. So possessions are so valuable in a game like this because there just aren't that many to come by. And you wonder if the logic was, we'll take what we can get on 3rd and 12, knowing we're probably going for it on 4th, and then they just happen to get even more than they wanted and convert that 3rd down, and that makes things really easy when you can just hand off to your back up the middle. I mean, to me, that was just kind of the turning point on the drive. Brecken looked pretty good otherwise.
Head coach Russ Hackle takes the timeout, and Frazee Coming out for their two-point conversion once again, operating on the left hash.
They
Cowboy
don't have a
defense.
tackle. Oh, yeah, they do. I was going to say it looked like they couldn't quite see the center from here. It looked like they might have had one of those
Going
trick
off tackle
plays.
to Mickelson once again, and that is blown
Stop.
up. David Erlinson, one of the tacklers. I believe we also got Henry Sledadall in there, so that's what you expect from your captains. Aiden Sanchez, Cooper Roberts over there, and Breckenridge still leads by 3, 21-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM.
Is insurance just a monthly payment to you? If so, remember why it's really there. To protect the life you love. Choose a company that sees you more than a policy number. When you work with a Country Financial rep, you get more out of your insurance. More personalized home and car coverage to protect what matters most to you. More guidance without all the industry jargon. And more confidence that a real person will show up if something goes wrong. I'm Casey Formnack, your country rep here in the Wahpeton area. I care about people in this community, and I'll take the time to get to know you so I can help protect you and your family. Call me at 701-353-6071 to experience more. Again, that's 701-353-6071.
Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
And welcome back. Breckenridge leading 21-18 with 1:08 left to go in this third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They're going to kick it to the up man, Charlie Craychaw, who's going to take it up the right sideline and get popped over there, but looks like Breckenridge will get some solid field position once again. 3-point lead with 1:03 left to go in this third quarter, and Breckenridge, the way they've been moving the ball, I know that they would just love to put together a nice drive here and make it or get it back to a 2-score game, and we'll see if they kind of lean on the run game here, but ended up having to punt it away or turn over on downs, I believe, last time around, or was it? My apologies. Or we'll loop back to that. But anyways, what do you expect? No, they ended up scoring on the last drive.
Nope.
Apologies.
One possession each this half so far, both ending in touchdowns. It'll be interesting to see how they
I
respond
forgot about
here.
that. I forgot about that Gabe TD. That ended up being kind of huge. I remembered the 3 stuffs before that. And Riley Kappas, after faking a couple of handoffs, is going to try to keep it himself, and he's stuffed.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here if they stick with the run game or try to air it out a little bit. They haven't really been in second and long much at all. They had that one negative play in the first half, but otherwise they've done a pretty good job of staying ahead of the sticks here.
Surprisingly, I only got Riley for 3 carries so far in this ball game. I might have missed 1 or 2. You guys know my unofficial stats, but I got Gabe Armitage for 5 carries, David Erlinson for 9 carries. Lawson Oliphant just got 1 so far. And looks like Breckenridge sticking with their standard package. Twins right, wing back and tight end to the left. And Riley Kappas looking to toss it to Cooper Roberts. What a grab!
Great route,
Moss.
great ball, great catch. Just a good job by Roberts there, just identifying where he was on the field. And he got just north of the sticks, what the Cowboys needed. Danger of going 3 and out if you don't convert that one. Instead, now you're back to a fresh set of downs.
12-yard gain, I believe, for Cooper Roberts. 4th grab of the day. He's up to 31 yards. And more importantly, moves the chains. 1 receiver to each side. Heavy set to the left. And they're going to go with David Erlinson on the handoff. Erlinson sprints through the defense, but ends up getting tackled in the secondary after a very nice gain. Let's see where they down him at. Call that a gain of about 21. You can match his number on that run.
Yeah.
21
Play
yards.
callers love when they're able to call a run right up the gut on first down and get a big gainer for it. You know, it makes their life a lot easier. What a run by Erlinson there.
3 quarters down, Breckenridge with a 21-18 lead heading into the 4th quarter. Get your fours up, everybody. You're listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network.
A remodel, addition, or new construction resembles a puzzle. You look at the edges, the colors, and what you envision as a finished work of art. Showplace Cabinetry, available at Dakota Cabinetry, can help you worry about one last piece of the puzzle. Do you have a picture in mind? Dakota Cabinetry can make your next project complete by offering countertops, custom tile backsplashes, custom tile showers, and flooring too. Stop by our showroom located at 898 8th Avenue South in Wapton or call 642-2100 to check out Showplace Cabinetry.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
And welcome back to Breckenridge, Minnesota, where the Cowboys have a 21-18 lead as we start the fourth quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Breckenridge are on the Frazee 34-yard line where they'll start the quarter. And Riley Kappa is going to call his own name on a naked bootleg on the left side, cuts it up, and is going to rumble for a solid gain. And it looks like he might be into the ready red zone while he's at it.
Yeah, just a great play there. Calling his own number. Busting one.
It's like 16-yard gain into the ready red zone once again. And longest run of the rush for Kappa, 16 yards.
And we were just talking about the offenses here just wearing on the defensive lines. And at this point in the game, the last two runs have really been good for Breckenridge. And you just wonder this fourth quarter we'll really see who's got it left in the tank.
Riley Kappas as we get some motion, switching sides. And now Gabe Armitage is going to get the handoff on the jet sweep again. And Gabe Armitage in for touchdown number 3. Welcome to the Gabe Armitage Show. 27-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
That was just phenomenal vision there by Armitage. They've been running that to the outside over and over. Erlinson was out there setting the edge. Everyone was expecting him to go wide. He had the vision to just cut it up and took it right into the end zone.
That was beautiful. It's like cutting through butter. Charlie Legeman trying to give his squad a 10-point lead. It's currently 27-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and Egeman stays perfect on the night, stays perfect on the year, I might add. Breckenridge now with a 28-18 lead. You are listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back to Breckenridge, Minnesota, where the Breckenridge Cowboys are now back to a 2-score lead, 28-18 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Blake Wilcox, I love your breakdown of Gabe's vision on that one. What's your favorite Gabe Armitage TD of the night so far, though?
It's got to be that one because the way that you set that up and just they've run that play and they've had success with it the whole time. And then for him to just see the lead blockers and where the defense was flowing and then just put his foot in the ground, make it cut, and get in the end zone. That's all you can ask for.
I know that probably had a little more flair to it, but I loved the how unexpected and how satisfying it was to get that touchdown on his on the play action, the kind of pop pass play. That's going to be my pick for the night. So far.
I mean, that was just such a well-designed play as well. I mean, can't complain with either one. I mean, we're splitting hairs at this point, but
Gabe Armitage with his third TD of the day, and now a little late to the party on defense, but you guys know my my theory of whenever you score a TD, that adrenaline's going to carry over. I bet you get a tackle. Let's see if Gabe's going to stick with my theory. It does not look like it. And it looks like that got sniffed out in a hurry. I was actually watching the wrong ball carriers, so it shows I wouldn't have thrived against this offense. But Kai McDonald with the tackle.
Yeah, great job from the defensive line there to get a push and force a negative play. Like we said, this offense, not to beat a dead horse, but this offense is predicated on staying on schedule, on time. And now the clock becomes a factor, too. I mean, they're down to, I believe, 2 timeouts, and still plenty of game left. But the way that these drives have been operating, I think we're looking at their second possession of the second half here, and we're already into the fourth quarter.
And it's crazy to think of how massive the PATs have been in this game. And we got another pass play with one of the Frazee running backs kind of leaking out of the backfield. But if they're going 3 for 3 on these 2-point conversions instead of 0 for 3, obviously they're only trailing by 4 here. Or if they just get one of them, it's a 1-score game. But Breckenridge is able to hold their own on these
extra points, and then all of a sudden you're going down to tie this game instead of looking at it being a 2-score game, and you just wonder with the kicking situation, is it a 2-touchdown game at this point? Because we, outside of the mandated kickoffs, we have not seen them bring a kicker out at all on offense.
28-18 your score once again on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Frazee on their own 47. Going to have to get to work down 2 scores. They're going to go with Mickelson on this rush. David Erlinson on the tackle along with Kai McDonald. Been saying his name a lot today. He laid that nice hit that set up the Aiden Sanchez interception.
Mickelson's been running really hard for Frazee. I mean, evident by his box score, but he's just a tough runner, and that's a down they really needed there. 3rd and long, you're going to be reeling at this point if you can't get some positive yards.
Breckenridge is going to try to stop this off tackle, handoff to Mickelson again. It's going to be close to the sticks. I think they're going to rule him probably a yard shy. It looks like Henry Sledadall got a little banged up. Might have got the wind knocked out of him there. Might be a my knee situation.
Got to think we're back in 2-down territory with these 3rd and shorts again. We'll see what Frazee comes out with. They've kind of changed things up. I mean, you would expect him to come back in that tee, but they've kind of like to spread things out when the Cowboys were thinking they were going with something else.
It's been a busy day for athletic trainer Janie Lanou. Seems like more busy than usual. A lot of guys who hopefully are just getting a little banged up because she usually sends them right back out there. But Henry Sledadall, the latest one, getting checked on, as Adam Vegan is going to go with the keeper on the boot, and Gabe Armitage keeping his big day going. The nice open field tackle. And I know Vegan was able to move the sticks on that one, but that could have been a way bigger gain. And were we just talking about injuries? Now Gabe's got an ankle he's got to tweak out.
And yeah, we're getting into the fourth quarter, and this is where you can get some cramps, some other things, and it's where you find out where your line stands and as a whole, just where you're at conditioning wise. And I know these hot games are always tough.
Yeah, I'll take the cramps after your 3 touchdowns rather than while you're running for one of those.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, and you can prepare and hydrate, and as we can all attest to, I mean, it still just happens.
Have a day, Gabe. He's getting hydrated now on the sidelines. And, nice throw down the field, but got to give credit to 71 on that one, Tucker Snyder.
Yeah, great job by Snyder there. That's one where they had a guy that, they connect on that. He's probably scoring a touchdown. That pressure just threw the quarterback off enough to affect the throw, and, it was a big play.
We were big fans of his dad, Luke, when he played. It's one of our favorites growing up. That's good of a corner as you'll find for Breck.
Yes.
Him and my man JB, Jake Barton, that made for quite the tandem on the corners for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, that was a loaded class.
For sure. And luckily, Tucker carrying on that lineage here. A lot of familiar names on this squad. We were saying we got the last Erlinson for that bunch. We also got the last Christensen for Levi and that family as well. And Jackson Riggs trying to apply the pressure, and now the pass breakup over by the sideline. I see Erlinson over there as well as...
Yeah, he just bobbled it there and wasn't able to bring it in. Had he brought it in, you were still probably looking at maybe 3 to 5 yard gain there. Instead, it's 3rd and long. It'll be interesting to see what the Cowboys do here. I think if you're Frazee, you're still probably looking at this as 2-down territory. And like we were talking about in the break, it's like they're liable to hand it off again here and not necessarily think that that's a bad thing because you get 5 yards and the defense is, trying to, more than likely, most offenses will be thrown to the sticks right here. But they are going to come out and I thought they were going to come out and gun, but they're under center.
Single back, 3 receivers to the right. Adam Vegan dropping back to pass. Was looking for the man on the bubble route and said we'll drop it in. Actually, 3 defenders there, but still able to find Mickelson in traffic.
Yeah, just a nice little route, and he kind of just found an opening and sat there and was able to catch the ball, and now they're in what I would consider 4-down territory. I mean, they're going for it here.
4th and 4 after the Vegan completion. And we'll see if Henry Slededall, I believe, is back into the ball game now. So,
yeah, this is the play of the game thus far here. I mean, huge momentum swing one way or another. If the Cowboys can get a stop here, they're going to be in the driver's seat.
7:45 left to go in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge with a 28-18 advantage. Frazee going with their standard look, but they're going to call
another timeout.
Russ Hackle is going to have to burn another one with 7:36 left to go. You are listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM. We'll be back in 45 seconds.
Fall is here, and Ripper Sports Store has you covered. Check out their brand new fall sports apparel and gear up for the season. And it's not just sports. Rippers also offers professional inscription work for your business attire. Look sharp on the field and in the office with Ripper Sports Store.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
And after that Heidkamp Construction timeout break, we are back. Breckenridge with a 28-18 lead against Frazee, and this was a game that they had circled on the calendar as Frazee, one of the top teams in Section 8AA, potentially one of the best teams left on Breckenridge's schedule. You can't say that for sure, obviously, because as the season goes along, you kind of find out there's some sleeping giants out there. But, as of now, I know there's still a lot of game left, but Breckenridge looking to set themselves up for a nice rest of the regular season if they can take care of business with this one.
Yeah, this is a huge play right here.
4th and 4, working on the right hash. Frazee on the Breckenridge 34. Adam Vegan checks a pair of receivers to the left, one to the right. It's going to straight drop back, roll out to the right, and Kai McDonald is going to blow that up in the backfield. He gets helped out by some other guys.
That play didn't look like it really had a chance from the start.
Yeah, but he was on his horse, and he was running down Vegan, and game over for the sack. I think that's the first sack of the day for Breckenridge, and good time to do it.
Yeah, they've had plenty of pressures and hurries, but the rush finally got home, and started with Kai, and then a host of Cowboys all came in to finish him off.
So turnover on downs, and Breckenridge once again with the 10-point cushion here.
This is just where if you're Frazee, burning those 2 timeouts can really come into factor.
And looks like they're down a lineman. So a little late addition here is Sullivan Michael. And now we're in business. Riley Kappas and sheds one tackler who tried blowing that play up in the backfield.
Yeah, he had him, and Kappas just did a great job there, just sidestepping the defender that came in a little out of control and turning that into a positive play.
Calm under pressure, gets 4 yards. Riley Kappas I got him for 24 yards on 5 carries. He's thrown for a pair of TD passes today, though. One to Cooper Roberts and one to Gabe Armitage. Gabe Armitage also with a pair of rushing TDs for the 3-score day.
Yeah, and the Cowboys are in no hurry now to run a play and just looking to keep the drive rolling and off to a great start.
They're going to hand it off to Gabe Armitage, who will then pitch it to Charlie Craychaw on the reverse on the right side. Craychaw with some blockers. He's got room to run. And now tackled by a pair of Frazee Hornets. And what a gain from Craychaw. His biggest play of the season so far.
Another wrinkle here in that Cowboys offense. After you're able to have so much success on the edge like we've seen with that sweep play that then Armitage cut up last time, it sets stuff up like that. Just a great job from Coach Yagi there, just having the team ready to go and little trick play end around.
I think a 29-yard gain on that one. I think they were close to the 50, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yep.
29-yard rush on the reverse. We don't get enough just actual classic reverses as we used to. It's going to be jet sweeps these days. As David Erlinson tossing the stiff arm and now bouncing off a couple other tacklers. He said, why not get one more TD?
I thought they might have grabbed his face mask there too, but it could have just been the front of the jersey. Wow, I think 4 guys had a shot at him there. And finally, the last one might have pushed him out of bounds, but yeah, he was pretty determined. I thought David was getting it in there. We'll see if they give him another opportunity here. But
yeah, I was going to say,
hard-nosed run.
If they don't run it here with David, he's walking off the team. 21-yard rush for Erlinson.
That's the one when your fantasy running back busts one down to the 2, and then they put somebody else in to vulture the touchdown right there.
We'll see who's going to be the potential vulture on this one, as Breckenridge has got 3 yards to hit pay dirt. And they're going back to Erlinson. Erlinson in for the score.
Yep, he earned that one, and you got to reward him for running hard.
He said, we got a game to win. David Erlinson up to 152 yards on 11 carries.
Yeah, that's just one of those drives that, is when you talk about there's still time left, but that's one of those drives that you're really just imposing your will, and you are extending the lead and making it now really hard for Frazee with 1 timeout remaining and 6 minutes left in the game.
And Charlie Eggman making it a 35-18 lead. Breckenridge trying to close this one out in style and move to 3-0. You're listening to Breck Football on B92.7 FM.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And welcome back to Breckenridge. And Charlie Eggman, a perfect 12 for 12 on the year. Real perfectionist with the boot. And Breckenridge had that drive capped off from 3 yards out. David Erlinson, 6:01 left to go in the ball game, and that could be I know we still got some time left, and crazier comebacks have happened, but that could have been the one that kind of seals the door shut potentially. We'll see it. As Frazee kind of mishandles this kick and then is able to cut it up. Oh, and then make a couple guys miss. Frazee has one man to beat, and it's Eggman himself having to make the tackle. Charlie Legeman, second tackle of the year. I believe he got one in week 1 as well. So this is what this wasn't exactly what I was told I'd be doing out here, but I'm trying to get a tackle.
Yeah, and I was just interested to say, I wonder how Frazee's going to respond if they'll come out with that same offense. And I was expecting the ball to go deep as it had the first couple times, but now they're set up in field position, and we're right back to having a ball game.
So they're actually going to start this drive in the red zone, so not too bad of field position to open this up. And 5:48 left to go. Frazee. See what they have to try to get this 18 yards into the end zone. And right away they fumble the snap.
Looked like it was going to be a pass play. They were running something similar look to what scored before. They had that speed out they were looking at, but fortunately for the Cowboys, the ball was mishandled, so they didn't have to worry about that.
Yep, Kai McDonald was trying to get the fumble recovery there, it looked like, or no, Henry Sleddahl actually from his nose guard spot.
Yeah, not how Frazee wanted to start the drive there. Now looking at 2nd and 12 after trying to put the ball in the air and see if the Cowboy defense can come up with another negative play here.
Also, the first action we've seen from Jackson Riggs on defense this year, if I remember correctly. And we got another flood route, but that is dropped. That could have potentially been 6 as well, but Benjamin Ryerson couldn't haul it in. Only a sophomore, Ryerson.
Yeah, it was there if they wanted it, and just couldn't quite connect.
And also, let's go back to let you guys know what technically the district is called, or what the sub-district is. Breckenridge is a proud member of the Mid-Northwest Central Sub-District. So that's easy to remember. Mid-Northwest Central Sub-District. Okay, Mid-Northwest Central Sub-District. I think I got it down now, but...
Not confusing at all.
Yeah, I know. We used to just... Remember, do you remember the era of the 2 HOLs? The HOL Classic and the HOL North.
Yep.
That was a trip. They gotta bring that back. As this play almost got blown up. Pair of players had a chance to sack Vegan, and then a fumble. And it's recovered by Henry Sleddahl. And Vegan, I was just going to say Breckenridge was looking to pad the defensive stats with some sacks, but couldn't finish the play, and then they'll do a turnover instead.
Yeah, he did a great job in the backfield of avoiding about 3 Cowboys, but then it looked like he made a move, and the ball just got lodged loose, and Cowboys were there to jump on it.
Yeah, I think he got hit from behind on that one.
Yep. Yeah, I thought that at one point he might have a chance at a first down there, and then
looks like a timeout is
timeout
taken.
Here.
And
I
we'll
think
take
that's
one.
The last one.
This timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. Once you build with them, you won't build any other way. Breckenridge taking over, up 35-18. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Everybody likes discounts, and really, who doesn't want to save money, especially on their auto insurance? Hi, I'm Carson Zard, a Nodak Insurance Company agent in Wahpeton, North Dakota. Talk to me about how we can save you money by taking advantage of our multi-vehicle, multi-line, EFT, safe driver, and good student discounts. Call 701-642-9251 for your quote. I'm Carson Zard, your agent with answers. I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call for a quote today.
And welcome back to Cowboy Field, where Breckenridge is taking over on their own 15 after the fumble recovery, second turnover they've forced. And David Erlinson gets the first tote. Bounces off a couple tacklers. Oh, lays a boom on another. Stiff arms another set. David Erlinson's got a game to win. We'll see if he's going to get run down, and he is. What a run. Kid's an animal.
Yeah, I don't really have any words for that. I'm still in shock.
That was, I'm
surprised he got caught.
I think he dished out like 3 concussions on that go. Good golly.
Yeah, he gave some punishment there. That's I'm gonna officially call that one the backbreaker.
Oh my goodness! Look at the heads fly back when he hits them. That's 65 yards. Good Lord.
Yeah, that makes you not want to tackle him.
Yeah, into the red zone they go. And
trying to get that yards per carry average back up after the first drive of the second half.
That helped a little. Lawson Oliphant coming in to maybe get the last 20 yards. Slashes by one defender and then gets stacked up. Lawson Oliphant. Looks like he just got back to the line on that one, I'm thinking. And 35-18 your score. David Erlinson just delivered one of the more fun runs you'll get to see. Even though he didn't get into the end zone, but we'll take it. And looks like
just the acceleration out there after he ran through that guy to get back to top speed pretty quick was so impressive.
Oh, it looks like Jackson Riggs getting checked out for a concussion, which has already been a bugaboo for his football career. So hopefully he's going to be all right. And a jet sweep to Gabe Armitage. Is Gabe Armitage thinking touchdown number 4? And instead he's going to get it stripped. Bit of a change in fortunes. So he was able to haul that in. Looks like Breckenridge is able to track it down.
Yeah, I didn't see a signal that the ball was going the other way. It looks like Breckenridge is able to fall on it. Yeah, I thought he was going for the quad there.
And Gavin Hoffer comes out of the game. Looks like, oh, actually they're going to change out the personnel like pretty much all together. I think they're bringing in a lot of the second unit skill guys.
Yeah, that's a full line change there.
Oh, the O-line's out too. All right, I got you. Thought you meant like the physical, actual whole line left. I was like, huh?
Little hockey reference
I
there.
got you, yeah. I did a hockey broadcast. I said, what do I need to do to act like I know it? They said, just get icing and offsides down. You'll be all right. And Lawson Oliphant takes the handoff. No offsides on that play. And who's that laying the block into the end zone? Oh, Cooper Roberts playing to the whistle. Said, I'm getting a pancake block on the resume if it kills me. And we'll see who's going to maybe be capping off this drive. If it's not going to be Oliphant, or we'll see how many yards they give him on that one. I think that was Oliphant again on the carry. I didn't see how many Gabe got on his carry that he got stripped.
Like about 11.
Yeah, we'll give it to him. All right. And by the way, Breckenridge is in the red zone, if you're not aware. And going into the end zone is Joey Lopez. Joey Lopez, one of the up-and-coming rushers on this squad.
Yeah, just a nice little cut back in there and finding his way into the end zone.
And I believe that was from the 6, I want to say. Might be wrong on that, but we'll roll with it. Joey Lopez with 2:23 left to go from 3 yards out. And Charlie Eggeman going to try to keep it rolling with the kicks, but they're going to have to burn a timeout. We'll stay here, though, but definitely the final nail in the coffin there. It's going to be one of those things where, usually the people who say the game doesn't, or the score doesn't really, tell the story, that's usually people trying to say we really had this game in control. But this is one of those things where I think Breck's going to say, like, oh, Frazee, they aren't slouches.
No.
This was a tight game, but we kind of pulled away a little bit here at the end. If they're finishing out how it looks like they're going to, I should say.
Exactly. And Frazee just, that style of offense, just when you get behind by a couple scores, especially in a game like this where possessions are limited, you can really see things kind of get out of hand like this.
Yeah,
and the Cowboys have just wore on them. I mean, really, the second half has just been not really close after the third quarter. I mean, we had those 2 drives back to back and got it close, and then it just really became almost a war of attrition that the Cowboys won.
Charlie Eggeman looking to stay perfect on the PATs, and he'll do just that. Look at all the kids in the end zone getting to haul that in. I'll give you guys a little bit of a better glimpse there on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel. You get to see all the cheerleaders too, and boy, it's a good night to love Cowboy football right now. 42-18 with 2:23 left. You're listening on B92.7.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what Quality Recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Eggeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com. Fall is here, and Gripper Sports Store has you covered. Check out their brand new fall sports apparel and gear up for the season. And it's not just sports. Grippers also offers professional inscription work for your business attire. Look sharp on the field and in the office with Gripper Sports Store. B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Welcome back to Breckenridge, where the Cowboys have a 42-18 lead over the Frazee Hornets. And as we were saying before we went into the commercial break, definitely not exactly telling the story of how tight of a game this was throughout, and it was a 3-point game actually heading into the fourth quarter. So
yeah, really through 3 quarters, it was a tight game and up in the air, and there was just a couple key things that happened for the Cowboys that really turned things in their favor, and just being able to convert. And I don't believe that they were stopped in the second half. I think they scored touchdowns on every drive, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, pretty sure.
And when you have a turnover and you have one more drive than the other team due to the turnover, I mean, it's going to help you out.
Yeah, can you believe one of the craziest things is the Frazee folks can kind of leave this game and knowing they took a kick to the red zone and weren't able to get points out of it. That's a tough pill to swallow for sure, but Frazee definitely, like we said, they are no slouch for sure. This is a really solid football team and a lot of good playmakers too. And
yeah, they had some things break their way in the first half that kept it really close, and then Cowboys kind of just pulled away in the end.
But like I was kind of saying earlier, we're not 100% sure what the rest of the regular season holds, but a lot of folks were saying this was probably the toughest game on the schedule. Which that doesn't always work out that way, but if that is true, things are looking good for the rest of the regular season for the Cowboys for sure.
Yeah, I've just been so impressed on both sides of the ball with their offensive and defensive lines, just the push that they've gotten. I mean, this is a team that, Frazee's tough, and they're going to run it right at you and in your face. And to be able to stop their bread and butter, it's a testament to the guys up front. And then I don't think we've had many runs go for negative. And, you got some great rushers back there, but it all starts up front. And those guys have done a great job today.
I feel like there were just last week there weren't as many, kind of the little slip-ups that we had, kind of the long pass plays, but I still think this was the most complete game I've seen from Breckenridge so far in these first 3 games.
Yeah, it really was, and they ended up assumingly, well, yeah, they will. They won the turnover margin, but at one point they were losing explosive plays, turnover margin, and the game was close, and then all of a sudden it's like you get a couple big plays out of Erlinson, you get that big run play, and next thing you know, you flip those things, and then the score becomes what it is.
Yeah, let's shout out some of the guys out. Jackson Lopez, number 7. Also got Joey Lopez, 23. Avery, who had the touchdown earlier. Avery Smith, has been starting linebacker today. Rylan Davis, Keaton Butts, 57 and 58 respectively. Gavin Hofford, number 9 out there. Let's see who else we got. Don't want to miss anybody. I believe Jonah Kunkel's in the game. Yep, 19. And
this is what
it's 12, Chase Kruger, I believe.
Assume this would be the last play.
Don't want to miss anybody. How about you, number 53? We got to show you some love. That's Sullivan Michael. Okay, we've already seen you on offense, my guy.
Yeah, always fun to see those guys get some minutes at the end.
Yeah. I'm Jordan Kappas. Believe it or not, Blake, we got Riley Kappas, and then his younger brother Jordan actually threw a TD in week 1. Coming in and threw a little bubble route to a little out route to Connor Ernst as Breckenridge is going to put the finishing touches on this one. 42-18, your final score. Cowboys improved to 3-0 with a massive win over their district foe, Frazee, and we'll tell you more about it when we get into the post-game show brought to you by Miller Realty. You are listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, all part of the i3G Sports Network.
OSPTI promotes specialized and extended training of therapists to better treat orthopedic injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early return to activity and sport training, and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI today, 218-641-7725.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Are you tired of fixing the same problems? Here at Ready, we offer performance seating solutions that last. Whether it's new parts for your drill or a complete rebuild of your air seeder, we can help. We resolve your challenges through in-house engineering, manufacturing, and sourcing of the highest quality North American-made products. We are ready to bring our passion and expertise directly to your farm to solve all your equipment challenges. Reach out to us at 701-205-1485 and schedule your free inspection today.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side. No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
And welcome back. It's time for your post-game show brought to you by Miller Realty in Breckenridge. And we'll dive into it with our scoring recap as part of your State Farm Stat Report brought to you by the local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. Amanda's got you covered over in Breck, while Matt has you covered over in Wahpeton. And before we dive into the scoring, Blake, do you want to maybe jump into what you thought was kind of maybe one of the determining factors that helped the Cowboys run away with this one with the big fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think it was really just a big difference in not turning the ball over and the explosive plays. I mean, at the end of the day, those are two huge things, and the Cowboys, I think, won both those battles. All in all, though, it's hard to pick one thing. It was such a complete team win. Just looking from top to bottom, I think that the Cowboys won all three phases of the game, and by the end of the game, the box score pretty much reflected that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 42-18 the final once again. And evidently I never plugged in my battery on here. Oopsies. Make sure to or maybe it got unplugged during the broadcast, but I'll make sure to take care of that while we troubleshoot this. But as I said, 42-18 the final score. We'll start off with the scoring for you. We'll lead off with, I believe, Cooper Roberts found the end zone first for the Cowboys to get them on the board. 12-yard hookup from Riley Kappas. At least this happened after the game ended. 42-18. 42-18 was the final, as we said. Cooper Roberts getting on the board with the 12-yard score. Riley Kappas tossing him one that was short of the end zone, but he was able to make a guy miss and get into the end zone for the first 6. And then we also got a touchdown from Gabe Armitage in the opening half. That was on the ground and gave Breckenridge the lead 14-12 at the half. And that was after a 3-yard catch from Aiden Grossman, as well as a 22-yard rush from Mason Mickelson in the opening half. And Breckenridge got 2 more touchdowns in the second half from Gabe Armitage. As apologies. You guys, sorry, it's a little all over the place, but I'm setting up the camera charger while I do this, so my apologies again, folks. But Gabe Armitage, his first touchdown of the night was a 2-yard rush in the opening half, as we mentioned, and then his first score of the second half, a 47-yard grab. That was from Riley Kappas. And then his next one, an 18-yard rush. And then want to make sure I don't miss any. David Erlinson capped off one from 3 yards out. Joey Lopez did the same later on in the game for the final 2 scores for Breckenridge. As hopefully we get the camera back up and running for you folks. My apologies again for all of you patient viewers on KBMW News Live. As far as technical issues, that's pretty minor one for my usual issues. But that was the recap of the score once again. Gabe Armitage finding the end zone 3 times. David Erlinson, Joey Lopez, and Cooper Roberts each scoring once, 42-18 the final, and I actually missed one of the Frazee scores at Mickelson again. Apologies. So, and as it tends to happen against these power T offenses, I stopped keeping track of their stats. So, just a fool's errand trying to keep up with all.
Yeah, it's tough at that point. I mean, they were so close together and they're rotating guys in and out. It was pretty hard in the backfield to figure out until they were tackled and had gotten up who had actually gotten the ball with all the misdirections. So. Yep. Give you some grace on that one.
Breckenridge had the 21-18 advantage once again, and it was a game that definitely could have gone another way because it was 21-18 heading into the fourth quarter. Breckenridge ended up putting 3 more scores on the board with Gabe finding the end zone with 11:25 left, and then Erlinson and Lopez both capping off nice drives later on to kind of make the score a little more lopsided than the game truly was. But Breckenridge definitely the better team, in that matchup. But I'm not saying in a landslide. I'm just saying definitively the better team.
No, they just stayed the course. I mean, there was plenty of things, and they had adversity between what felt like big plays that otherwise not much was going for Frazee that really flipped the tides. And then they had that turnover, and there was plenty of times where the Cowboys could have let the game get away from them, and instead they just stayed the course. They kept chipping away, and then you saw what happened in the second half. It paid off. And, yeah, I'd agree with you. The Cowboys were the better team. And, it's just it doesn't always work out that way. And there's plenty of games where things can get away from you and you may be the better team, but it doesn't end that way. It was just really nice to see them stay the course, not give up when things were going against them, and ultimately pulled away in a big way to end the game.
42-18 the final again. Breckenridge improving to 3-0 over Frazee. And we'll take another quick break here on the Miller Realty postgame show and come back with your play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency, as well as your player of the game brought to you by Essentia Health. You're listening to the Miller Realty postgame show after a 42-18 Breckenridge win over Frazee.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton. All the hits from 2KN today.
And welcome back to the Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Once again, part of the I3G Sports Network. And as always, we'll run through our play of the game. Brought to you by Red River Agency. If you want to pick one out, feel free, Blake. You can think of yours while I think of mine. That's your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, and then we'll do our player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health. And for my play of the game, I think I'm going to have to go with that touchdown from Gabe Armitage to get that lead right before the half. I'm very tempted to go with his 47-yard pass catch, but I already kind of raved about that one earlier in the game. That one probably be my pick most nights. But I'm going to go with the touchdown that he had that gave the squad the lead right before halftime. I thought that was huge, especially since I knew they were getting the ball back. When they came back, Aiden Sanchez had a nice pick to send it in, or to right before halftime too, to kind of help solidify that lead going into the half, and then Breckenridge able to make it a 2-score game right after that. And we're in the driver's seat the rest of the way for the most part after that.
Yeah, they really were. And mine, I'm going to go with that 4th down touchdown.
Yep. Can't blame you.
We were discussing which touchdown of ours were our favorite from Armitage, and I liked the vision on the one, but the gravity of what that play meant for the team, and just that call to have the guts as a play caller too on 4th and 3 or 4, I believe, and everybody kind of thought it was going to go one way. Overall, it was such a momentum swing. Had to go with that one.
When you got 2 ball carriers like David and Riley, but you're still confident enough to catch the defense off guard with a pass on 4th down, I love that too. So, Gabe, have yourself a day, my guy, because unsurprisingly, you're also going to be our player of the game, brought to you by Essential Health. 112 yards of offense today, 65 yards on the ground, and 2 touchdowns, as well as a 47-yard touchdown catch. I think that math adds up. Sorry, Mr. Goldaddy, if I let you down there. But 112 yards of offense, 3 touchdowns, the game of his life from Gabe Armitage, and then obviously holding his own on defense, kind of doing what we expect from Gabe. But he's easy pick for player of the game, brought to you by Essential Health, here with you. And are you excited for maybe some more Gabe outings down the road here, Blake?
Oh, definitely. It's just nice to see them have that many weapons to go to. There were so many options from the offense, and for the most part, it just felt like they could do what they wanted to when they wanted to, and things were set up so great by having counter punches. Because at the end of the day, it's a human chess match out there, and being able to have those different options. And Erlinson had a heck of a game. Roberts had a heck of a game. They just have so many people that they can go to, and I think it's going to bode well for them in the long run.
Yep, and Breckenridge. You guys know me being super organized and not checking ahead of time who they move on to, so I'm going to be pulling that up here really quick. I do know I will be on the broadcast for it, so feel free to tune in, but we are heading on the road. We're going out to Wadena. Last time I was in Wadena, I was not able to run a video stream out of their press box, but I'm going to be ready this time. So it wasn't that I got a bad signal. I just couldn't really fit my tripod in there, and it was snowing/raining the next time I was there, so if we get good weather, I'm pretty confident we're going to have a video stream for it, but we're going to try to video stream it either way. So feel free to follow us out to Wadena, folks. Breckenridge are going to enter that game with a 3-0 record, and we'll see if they're just going to be cleaning house for the rest of the regular season, because that is there's definitely potential of that happening. We know in other years that the schedule has gotten a little front-loaded, and that's kind of the case again this year. So like I said, it could potentially be smooth sailing. Obviously, you never know who you're going to run into. You can't overlook anybody. But this was the toughest game on the schedule coming into the year. They said last week was the other one. So, we'll see how it goes the last 5 weeks of the regular season and then in the postseason as well. Turner Blavas, along with Blake Wilcox, very much appreciate you hopping on the broadcast, my guy. You're natural.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Feel free to jump on for some more, dude. It's fun. But 42-18, the final once again. Breckenridge picking up the victory over Frazee. And this post-game show has been brought to you by Miller Realty. You've been listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Tonight's Breckenridge football game was brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Country Financial Agent Casey Formanek, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Ripper Sports Store, Hike Camp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Nodak Insurance Agent Carson Zarek, Optimum Rehab, Ottertail Power Company, OSPTI, Quality Toyota, Ready, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm Agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Superior Builders, Titan Machinery, and Twin Town Villa. Be sure to go to kbmwnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. And make sure to catch the Giants Sports Show every Saturday at 9 a.m. Thanks for listening.